I was leaving the theater, and when I got into the theater, it was just me. But there was two like older ladies sitting in there too. Apparently, they got there late, I guess, and they were like, "What did you think of that?" And I was like,
They asked
I
you.
enjoyed it, and they were so confused.
They asked you, and you gave them a yelling at pigeons sticker and said, "Tune in this week to find out what I thought."
That would have been awesome. But no, they were the most confused. They were so confused. They're just like two ladies who were probably retired and just were hanging out. And we're like, we're friends. We'll go see this movie called Friendship.
This movie sounds cute, Friendship. Let's go see it. They're probably like, that movie was so cherry.
Yeah, so cherry. So pimp.
Cherry.
So pimp. Welcome
Caleb,
back.
we gotta go see the new Marvel.
We gotta go see the new Marvel. I've heard it's wild.
There's a new Marvel out, and it's supposed to be nuts.
Welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of Yelling at Pigeons. I believe this is, I think, episode number 44.
44, that's me. Get some cold cuts.
Cold cuts.
If you listened last week, we said this. I think this is 44. And then Caleb did the 44. That's me. Get some cold cuts. And we were like, if this isn't 44, we will do that again next week.
Yeah, and last week was 43.
Here we are.
So
here we are.
Here we go.
Troy Polamalu episode last week.
Yep.
Now we're on the Who Wore 44.
Dallas Clark.
Dallas Clark. We don't go with the guy from the commercial.
I'm pretty sure he wasn't number 44.
I think he was.
He just got the thing from the. Oh, now we gotta do some research.
He did the Icky Shuffle, right?
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure
he had to be 44. They dropped the ball if that's not the case. They should have had him be his jersey.
Icky Woods, who was number 30.
He was never 44.
Let's see. He was only on the Cincinnati Bengals, number 30.
Wow. Fun fact.
Yeah, why did
they not? A Mandela effect for me. There.
Why did they not just have him take number 30?
Yeah, I guess 30 just doesn't hit.
It does. Number 30, that's me. No, 44.
30, that's me.
44 is
cold cuts.
Alliteration and double number. So
get some cold cuts.
That is Icky Woods, right? It is the same guy.
Yeah. I'm like 94% confident. So on this show, that's 100. You know what I mean?
He's wearing the jersey. He's wearing his jersey.
30 in the commercial. Yeah. 30, the number 30 jersey.
That's crazy. I knew he wasn't 44 because I had looked it up before. I was like, did he ever wear 44? Because he was wearing.
Caleb cheat on the test.
Before, not just now. Before in general.
Right before I joined the Riverside, I'm gonna double check Icky Woods' number.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do so I can dunk on you and call you an idiot.
Yep, absolute slam dunk.
So, what do we want to get into first? Because we have some big topics to talk about.
We got two absolute heavyweight champions.
Should we
competing for opening topic?
Should we preview them with my notes about the previews for Friendship?
Let's get to your notes about the previews. So, for those of you guys that are wondering, we're the highly anticipated movie Friendship, starring Tim Robinson and Paul Rudd. Me and Caleb have been talking about it for weeks, months, maybe.
Months. Yeah,
I mean, maybe one of our first episodes. It's possible it was made. And it finally came out. We both saw it separately because we're like Mike and Mike. We do not like each other. We hate each other.
We hate each other.
Never be around each other outside of the pod. But we both saw it. Caleb was fortunate enough to see the previews. When I went, the theater was deep, and we did not get there early enough to account for that because people were also seeing Stitch and Mission Impossible. So we missed the previews. We actually missed, if there's like a really good joke in the first like 30 to 40 seconds of the film, we missed that.
Dang.
We were there early enough to see like a couple minutes before it like comes up and says Friendship real big. But
yeah, you didn't really miss. Oh, you did miss one really
during that scene.
You missed one pretty funny joke.
Maybe.
You did. No, you did for sure. I know.
Okay,
I know there was one before that, and I'll explain it to you.
Okay, yeah, I would like to hear it. But anyway,
Yeah.
Caleb was there to see the preview.
But
so
we should warn the listeners because we know they would like to go in fresh.
Yeah, I know you guys like to go in fresh. So no spoilers if you simply skip ahead. But if you don't like to go in fresh,
not yet.
Yeah, not yet. We'll let you know. But if you don't like to go in fresh, we're going to get into spoilers.
Yeah,
at some point.
Have you heard the movie I Know What You Did Last Summer that's coming out this year?
I'm aware of the OG. I Know What You Did Last Summer, and I heard a while back they were going to reboot it. I did not know it was coming out this year.
Coming out this year, I believe, this summer. It was a preview on the screen today.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the Hashling slasher.
Yeah.
It's a guy with a hook.
Yeah. It pretty much is.
With a hook as his hand.
Have you ever seen the OG? It pretty much is the hash-slinging slasher.
Yeah. I have not. You know how I feel about horror movies?
Yeah. Caleb hates horror films.
That too.
He hates horror films.
But that's all I had on that. I said Hashling slasher ass movie trailer.
Okay.
Andy Samberg is going to be in a movie with Benedict Cumberbatch.
Oh, that's cool. What's that about?
The Roses. It's a couple who absolutely hates each other.
Okay. Are they the couple?
Really... No.
Oh,
he's like a friend of Benedict.
Got it.
Would I like Wes Anderson's films?
I couldn't name you a Wes Anderson film off the top of my head. I'm certain I've seen some, but I couldn't tell you what they are.
Yeah, I have looked into it. I was like, I don't know any of these movies, so
okay,
maybe not.
Some up. What did you have to say about that?
I just had what I liked Wes Anderson films. Michael Cera's in the new one, and
that's right. I saw a little clip.
I love Michael Cera. One of my
I saw a little clip. My personal BFF, Michael Cera.
One of my favorite.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of these. I know Fantastic Mr. Fox did really well.
Yeah.
Asteroid City I wanted to see, but I did not. Both of which starred Jason Schwartzman, I believe, which is kind of crazy. No. Couldn't tell you if you like them.
I wasn't sure if you had watched them and you were like, yeah, you would or would not.
No, I'm surprised I haven't. I mean, he probably has a bigger catalog than what I'm seeing when I initially Google it. But based on these, which I assume are his biggest ones, I have not seen these.
Yeah. But yeah, one of my favorite things to do is to imagine Michael Cera as the actor in other movies.
Oh, I love that.
It's like my favorite, like Harry Potter, be like, oh, like I'm a wizard or whatever.
Yeah.
Like one of my favorite, him as Anakin. It's like
he's so good.
I hate
you're underestimating my powers. You're kind of underestimating my powers.
Or like whatever.
Or whatever. Like Michael Cera as Batman. Well, I'm actually Batman. So yeah, I'm Batman.
Him as Batman and Bane. I was like, born in the darkness.
Yeah, he's the Joker. I'm the Joker, baby.
Why are you being so serious? It's like not that serious.
It's just really not. I just really don't think it's that serious. Personally, I'm not that bothered by
it. We could go for days.
Oh yeah,
him as Jack in the Titanic. Like I'm the king of the world, I guess.
Yes,
I'm pretty high.
Why is he always so uncertain?
He always is. Like everything he just like I don't know. Like I feel like I'm the king of the world. Maybe. Like he is so against ruffling feathers that it's always like uncertain.
He plays like the guy that's obsessed with Paul Atreides in Dune. And he's just like, I think he's like the Lisan al-Gaib. I'm kind of getting that vibe from him.
I'm just trying to think of other like huge movies that he could like serious roles that would be like he's the best. I love Michael Cera. And then there's this movie coming out called Bride Hard. And it's like Rebel Wilson is a spy, but she's also a bridesmaid. I think it's gonna suck. It looks awful.
Not a big Rebel Wilson guy.
Yeah, the trailer
not
looked
a big
bad,
Rebel Wilson
and
guy.
it's like they tried, like they didn't want the trailer to look good.
Okay,
like it's like they didn't even like put effort into the trailer looking good
in a funny way.
Because
there's a way you can do that where like this is kind of funny. They don't care at all.
No,
but then there's a way that's like, oh come on, have some pride.
Yeah, it was the come on, have some pride thing. Like I was just like, this doesn't. I don't know. It's like and like. It's clear that the good guys win in the end, like based on the trailer. Like there's like they have conversations after the big like thing, whatever happened.
Well, they should have casted Michael Cera for it.
Yeah, like I'm your bridesmaid, but I'm also like a spy. And that's all I had.
Michael Cera as Dom Toretto, and we're actually like a lot stronger because even though we're not related, we're like actually a family.
As Paul Walker, I said forget about it, cousin.
I know you're my cousin, but I would like you to forget about that.
Michael Cera, come on the show. We'll cast you in every movie.
If you're seeing this, Michael Cera, I was at the Lakers-Sixers game.
Oh, he probably
and you signed my ticket, and you stopped eating your chicken tenders to sign my ticket, which was very kind.
Yeah, like put down my
the guy that was there with you was an absolute jerk and was mad at us for asking. But I say that to remind you that we're bros, bro. Like, come on the show. Who would have thought? The kid from Cambridge that was asking you to sign his ticket now has a huge, sometimes double-digit listener podcast with his friend who's also from Cambridge. I say that as if Cambridge has any significance to Michael Cera.
Yeah. Could we should just read through the 100 years, 100 movie quotes again and just do Michael Cera reading them?
Oh, it'd be funny.
But yeah, do we want to get into friendship first, or do we want to get into?
Pretty sure we got into friendship about 25 years ago, brother.
That's only 25. We're like,
at least I don't know. I was rounding down.
Yeah, that's true.
26 plus, 27
26
maybe
plus years ago.
Pushing 27.
Yeah.
Yeah, friendship was so good. It
was so good.
Like, here's the spot where the spoilers are coming. By the way, if you want to go in fresh.
It was very confusing. It was a very yes and no, but like it was.
I think if you've never consumed Tim Robinson's content, it would be confusing. Yeah. Otherwise, I felt like I was following along good. Yeah. I'm like this.
The end was just a little. The end was weird, where it was like.
I thought the end was perfect.
I thought it was perfect. It was perfect, but like it was like, oh, they're like best friends, and there's like, never mind, he's still in the cop car.
Oh, I know what you mean because I think all of us. I saw it with Noah and James. I think we all.
I thought he kind of thought
that it had been like. Yeah, or like he was daydreaming or something like that. Because he had talked about earlier, he had that thing where he's like, I can see the future. He was imagining all these moments with Paul Rudd.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought the daydream
was man, he just winks at him in the cop car and his face lights up. He's so back.
He's so happy.
So funny. The funniest. What would you say was the funniest part for you? I have two.
I think
probably niche parts that I thought were so funny.
When the guy that is in all of his stuff, that was like clearly like 30s, had the Vietnam veteran hat on and just started yelling at him about.
I picked up on that too. Like, what's this?
He was like, "You should die. You left your wife. You should die."
Yeah. And then he like wanted her. Like, if I had a woman like that.
Yeah. So he also had a wedding ring on, so like he was married.
Yeah. Shout out to that guy. I can't remember his name. He
very funny.
He's been a guest on multiple different podcasts that I listen to.
Yeah.
So I don't remember his name though.
He's in. I think you should leave. He's in. Detroit.
Yeah, he is. He's in. Yeah. He's in the Friday night.
Yeah.
He's in that sketch.
Yeah. He's the honk if you're horny guy.
Yeah, I had a couple of really niche ones where Paul Rudd is trying to fix his toupee after he slips on the piss. First of all, when they go to that scene, the guy's just pissing on the floor, not in the toilet, but right next to the toilet. It's so funny.
It's so funny.
Paul Rudd slips on it, and the toupee comes off. When Tim Robinson is sitting there, like trying not to make eye contact and like keeps side-eyeing him. And then Paul Rudd's like, does it look okay? Does it look okay? I don't know how he physically like poked his lips out and moved them so slightly to say yes. I've never seen a human pull that. Like, yes. Yes. Didn't want to move at all.
It was like Squidward when he was trying to take a bite of the Krabby Patty.
Yeah. So funny. That was like, I was crying. And then when he tried to start the parade at the party, and when he was walking away, he's like, all right, everyone, parade, hey, let's go, follow me. And he like walks down the stairs and like language alert, you can hear him like fade away as he's walking down. He's like, people are gonna be like, what the fuck? Like you can just it fades away, you can barely hear it. It's so funny.
Oh, so good, man. Yeah,
I think crying.
I do think when he was on his Toad trip, him just ordering a sub and not like
Subway. So good. The guy's like, where did you go? I went to Subway.
What did you find?
Your answer?
I ordered a sandwich.
Yeah. Did you get your answer? And he like paused for a second. I ordered a sandwich. That Toad ripped me off. What he said before he walked out the door, I love you, T-Boy.
Yeah, Toad Boy. I love you, Toad Boy.
Toad Boy, yeah. He's like,
it's T-Boy.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, T-Boy.
Funny.
Oh, man. No. Okay, so at the beginning, they were in like this like meeting because his wife had cancer. I don't know if they talked about that later in the movie, but the beginning
the
is
same wife.
Yeah.
Okay.
Talks about how she like survived cancer and like she was like all this emotional, and then she just like goes, and I haven't had an orgasm, and he's just
so
like,
that moment was way less random later.
Yeah. So he was like very confused. He was like, he's like,
if James and Noah are listening to this, that's going to be a light bulb moment for them too.
And then they were like talking, and then he was, and then
I know James is.
She was like, at the end, they were like, "Do you have anything for him?" Like they asked if he had anything to say. He was like, well, I've had no problems orgasming. And then it cut to the friendship thing.
Yeah, I think we must have literally just missed that part, or maybe I just wasn't paying attention. But because I was getting to my seat. Actually, James and Noah probably caught that because I am an idiot and I'm walking into the theater with them, so excited, walking into like the actual room, and I was just about to go in there, and I was like, "Oh, I forgot to get a straw." I had to walk. The Salisbury Theater's not small. I had to walk all the way back, get a straw for my giant Starry that I only drank maybe an eighth of.
Dang, dude! I ate. I'm a grown boy. I ate all of my large popcorn and drank all of my large Dr. Pepper.
Good job.
Yep. Such a big boy.
I did not. I've just gotten to the point where I can put down pretty much an entire popcorn from the unlimited popcorn at Cambridge Theater, and those buckets are small. Yeah. They're very small.
Dang, that's crazy.
Not a popcorn guy. I like popcorn. I can't put it away like most people. I did have a good amount for friendship because I was just enjoying it. I was just steady popping them.
Yeah.
Did you see Tom Cruise eat popcorn? Did you see that video?
No.
Maniac.
Is it crazy? Okay.
He'll like grab it. He like grabs like a small handful and quickly tosses it. Like he'll be like, grab the bucket.
we'll have to pull it up. We'll pull it up after we're done talking about it.
Yeah, it's very funny.
Friendship. Yeah. So at that, also diabolical. When he wakes her up, he's like, "Should I? What did he say? Would you like a lick to wake up?" Or something? Yeah. Want me to give you a lick to wake you up? Is diabolical. He's just like frying mushrooms in the kitchen and making biscuits, and he's just like, he has a friend, so now he's also just insane. An insane way to like end their friendship because he punched him during boxing. He went a little too hard. He did go a little bit too hard. But yeah. And just leaving his wife in the sewer.
When they start singing in the garage.
Yeah.
I leaned over to James and I was like, I just got a new idea for the bachelor party.
Yeah. And I think of you.
So good. Oh, so good.
So good. Yeah, it was
Definitely
very
lived
funny.
up to expectations.
A lot. I laughed a lot, and I can't wait for it to be on a streaming platform so I can watch it again. I think
It'll be on HBO Max.
Really? Do we know
They
that?
have a deal with they have a deal that's still under contract with A24.
Oh,
they
nice.
get all the A24 movies.
It's probably gonna be relatively soon.
Yeah. For reference, Mickey 17 hit last week.
Whoa, that was like just in theaters.
That wasn't in theaters long ago. So
yeah, I need to watch that. But yeah, no, it was. If you,
we'll
I
have to
feel
watch
like
it in VR when it comes out.
If you've never seen anything Tim Robinson, you might be confused.
Yeah, but you also still might like
it. Yeah, like James never seen anything Tim Robinson but loved it.
Mm-hmm.
Has he started watching I Think You Should Leave yet?
I don't know. I just asked him if he had seen I Think You Should Leave. He said no. Like anything, which I assume was anything Tim Robinson, really.
Yeah.
And I told him to watch it, but I haven't heard if he started.
Yeah, what else do I have? Oh, need some Ocean View Dining.
Yes, need Ocean View Dining merch.
So bad.
What did he say when he put it? Oh, I guess Ocean View Dining is going to be getting a lot of my money again.
OVD.
OVD.
OVD is going to take my money again. And it's like, what? He's like, Ocean View Dining. Which is like, it's so close. Like, it's like a plug for Calico Cut Pants, essentially.
Pretty much.
Like, it was the same way that he was Calico.
I thought about wearing khakis and purposefully getting a stain on them to go to the movie.
Yeah.
Calico Cut Pants.
Some of the transitions were so funny. Like when they would just do the circle around his face.
Yeah. And the amount that they kept cutting to snow coming down did not meet the amount of snow on the ground.
Yeah.
There was not that much snow. It was clearly wintertime, but there was not that much snow. And every cut was just like a blizzard coming down.
Yeah, I also thought at the end that he was going to just slam into his Corvette when he took the van.
I was surprised he didn't.
He just broke. He just completely
They were setting it up like he would.
Yeah. Yeah.
He hit that speed bump. This what was it? This was it the street or the city? The city would be a racetrack without me.
Yeah. Or this block or this whatever.
Something like that.
This would be a racetrack without me. Mayor Nichols Sucks. Great name for a band. Punk rock band.
Yep. Very funny.
And I also put gotta get some Toad.
It's
like, well, that was a hefty lick. Am I gonna be okay?
He goes into there to get a phone again when he finds out that Paul Rudd does have a phone.
Yeah.
And he's talking to the kid about if he wants to go get a couple beers.
He's like, I'm 18.
18.
He's like, yeah, teenage girls look like they're in their
I guess that applies to guys too. And then he's like, stay curious.
Yeah, he was like, Mars Rover, twins.
Yeah. That phone case is going to do numbers.
Drop
that phone case for the iPhone 14 Pro Max.
Yeah, please. I think that's one I have too. Also,
we'll take
the SEAL Team 6 meal. Like they
it's so good. So good.
It's apparently what they ate after they killed Osama.
Yeah. So funny. I just watched a documentary about that, and I was really hoping they would mention the meal that they ate afterwards.
Oh, that would have been so funny. That would have been good. But yeah, I'm trying to just think of all the funny. I mean, just going into the aqueducts and breaking into Town Hall and smoking a cigarette on top of Town Hall. So cool.
With the local weatherman.
The local weatherman.
And then when they have the party for his wife, and he gives a speech standing on the chair or whatever, and then the guy from Abbott Elementary tries to give a speech, Devin or whatever.
Yeah.
And he gives one not standing on a chair. He's like, okay. If you want to give a speech, you have to be on the chair.
No, he gave the speech, and then his wife started talking. And he interrupted his wife when she was trying to.
Have to be on the chair.
We're going to get on the chair. We're going to follow the rules.
And the guy we talked about earlier with the Vietnam hat gets up there. But he's in the background, and he's talking about how he thinks we never should have left. We never should have pulled out of Iran. Or whatever. Afghanistan. Yeah. We never should have pulled out of Afghanistan.
It's such a good movie. If you get the chance, if you like,
and the great thing about
comedy,
and the great thing about spoiling comedies is we aren't funny enough to ruin the joke. Like, we'll ruin the joke, but in the sense that when you go see the movie, you'll be like, this is way funnier than the way Luke and Caleb described it.
Like, Luke texted me and said, I'm not going to spoil it because I know you like to go in fresh. And as soon as he said that, I was like,
fresh.
But
still not a spoiler. You could tell it had to mean something, but it wasn't.
Yeah, no.
It wasn't I like to go in fresh.
Well, hey, can we make sure that we don't record too late tonight, though, because it's a school night for Daddy.
School night for Daddy. Oh, man.
School night for Daddy.
So good. Go see Friendship. Go see it twice.
Go see Friendship. Go see Friendship alone.
And then go see it again with your friends. And then make them go see it alone.
Yeah. It was good. It was good stuff.
Everyone go see it. I also saw Lilo Stitch this weekend.
Oh, was that good?
The new live action Lilo Stitch. It was very good.
Okay. I was worried about it. Because Lilo Stitch is a top 2 Disney movie for me.
Same.
It Ray Allen's with that and Treasure Planet.
Fair.
Switch back and forth.
Yeah, no, it was really good. I see a lot of people online complaining, and they're like claiming that the Rotten Tomatoes audience score was bought and it isn't real. I'm like, have you seen the film? Because I would rate it high. If I didn't give one, but I would rate it high. Like, it was very good. It's already made more money than the original.
Wow.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, there's a bunch of people going in at 10 o'clock this morning to go watch it with, like, kids.
Yeah. They had the merch they're selling for this thing is crazy, too. Like, Cambridge Theater had all kinds of different buckets and cups. Regal also did. They had this one Stitch bucket that was $45, but it was literally a full size, looked exactly like the size you would imagine Stitch is, and it was just Stitch. And then his back had a thing that opened up, and you get popcorn. Did you think about
getting it?
They sold the last one to people in front of me.
You were going to get one more.
James and Noah were the 2 people in front of me. 2 people in front of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I would have bought it because I was going to ask about it. And once I asked about it, I don't know that I could have folded when they said it was $45.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
That would not have been a wise investment, but it would have been cool. I would have had it sitting right back here.
Yeah.
Right now, it'd be sitting there. It was awesome. But yeah, great weekend for movies. The highest grossing weekend for Memorial Day weekend ever.
Really?
For like movies as a whole. And also Stitch alone is the highest grossing movie on Memorial Day weekend. Yeah, but Mission Impossible was huge as well.
Also came. Yeah. This also has to be a huge. You said the theater was packed when you got there?
Yeah, when I went to see Friendship on, because I saw Stitch on Thursday night. I went to see Friendship Saturday night. And it was packed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe I saw it Friday. Either way, Thursday.
I saw Friday because I was going to go Saturday, but I called Friday. Friday. Do you remember? Did you realize that? I
saw it on Friday night.
Did you realize that? I realized way later when I called you. I was like, yeah, seeing Friendship alone on a Friday night would be crazy. And a movie called Friendship on Friday night, but it was Saturday night when I called you.
I never picked up on that. That's funny.
Oh man! I might try to go see Lilo and Stitch this weekend.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good film.
No.
Yeah, and then TV wise,
was this the season finale? The season finale, yeah.
Season finale of Rehearsal, which sucks because it's only episode 6.
Yeah, but it was.
Boy, did it go out with a bang.
Boy, didn't they?
More spoiler warning.
Nobody. You texted me this, but you said nobody commits to a bit more than Nathan Fielder, and that's
no one.
So
Find me one person, because we forget this guy low key likes to live on the edge.
He does,
because he did the episode of Nathan For You where he wanted that guy to be famous in his town, so he tightroped across buildings pretending to be him. That was Nathan For You, right?
Yeah, in the like big old suit too. Like it was
to pretend to be the guy. And then
the Carl Havoc suit before Carl Havoc.
Yeah. And then he also did the thing where the robot was going to undress him in front of a bunch of kids.
Yep.
So he would end up being an official predator, but he got the handcuffs off in time, dodged it. That was a crazy stunt. And then in the season finale of The Rehearsal, which this season has been about pilots and aviation disasters.
Which is awesome that we are pilots now too with our
true.
I haven't played in a while, but we can relate. I thought about that the other day. I was like, man, we Played a pilot simulator.
Yeah. Basically, we're pilots.
Yeah.
In the season finale, this man reveals that for 2 years he's been taking flying lessons and getting his hours in, got his pilot license, got more hours in,
commercial pilot
went and
license.
got his commercial license to fly a 37, 47?
747?
Sure.
737?
To fly a 747 and went through loopholes because you're supposed to have more hours under your belt to do that. But if you're not, if they're just actors, if you're not like offering it as a service, you can get away with it if someone can lease you the jet. So using HBO's money, he got someone to lease him the 737, 47, whatever it is. And this man piloted it. That's crazy.
I don't even know where did they just go up and like do a loop? Either way, like
he said they were doing a loop, yeah.
Like to take off and land that plane with a bunch of I wish
a huge plane.
I wish
I don't think people understand. This is real people. There's a real person who is not. I mean, he is. I have to say, he is a pilot now.
He is a pilot.
But like, only became a pilot for this.
Yeah.
He just became a pilot to do this. He's really a comedian.
Yeah.
This man took off, flew, and landed a 737, 47, whatever it's called.
The ending, though, we talked last week about how he was discovering that he was autistic. And then he just didn't get the results back.
He got the email with his results and just didn't show us.
Deleted it? I think he just deleted it.
Oh, he might have deleted it, yeah.
He just deleted it.
Great shot, though.
It was a voicemail that he deleted.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, he had the voicemail.
Great shot, though, when they zoomed in on his eyes, mimicking the eye test.
Yeah.
The autism eye test that they did the week before.
Yeah. They're like,
incredible shot.
If you don't know for sure, you can't click yes. So
yeah.
Insane. What a show.
He's the best.
It's like he's breaking all the laws of TV as we know it.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. I can't stress enough how insane that is.
Yeah.
I was playing Rocket League and I was in an Xbox party with Noah, but I had another headset. I was double overhead headset.
That's insane. That's crazy.
An X on my head. And I was watching it and I was telling Noah, I'm like, without spoiling this, if you ever decide to watch it, like, this show has never made me nervous. I'm nervous for this. I was like, except for the fact that I would have known by now that Nathan Fielder died horrifically.
Also, the ending, because they did do Wings of Voice.
They did
have that. They did the others, the one song that they didn't get, that they got the copyright version of. Why am I blanking on the name of the song?
Wake Me Up.
Wake Me Up. Yeah, so
I don't know if that's what it's called, but
it is
basically.
Yeah, Wake Me Up
by Evanescence.
And
yeah, great song. The one they dropped the bag on.
The bag, but didn't want to get any other songs. They just so funny, so
good.
So if you it's also another cringe comedy thing, like where you're not sure if you're supposed to laugh at it.
Yeah,
just Nathan Fielder in general.
But you kind of laugh at the absurdity.
Yeah. He's like I'm trying to figure this out, but it's HBO gave me a blank check essentially, as long as I can stay in budget. But it has to be a comedy. But I still want to save pilot.
And excuse me, I love Nathan Fielder, but if I was signing up to help with the rehearsal, and then he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna fly this massive plane. I just need you to pretend to be on the plane. Like, I need you to pretend to be what would you call it? Customer?"
Yeah.
Not doing it. Not doing that.
I think I would. I think I would have.
No.
I think if I was, how huge for the podcast would that be if you or I were on that flight?
Yeah, how huge for the pod would it be if I died in the same plane crash as Nathan Fielder?
Huge.
Piloted by Nathan Fielder.
Huge. It would be huge.
Could you listen? There's probably not that far away alternate universe where he was just not ready, even though he thought he was, and crashed a plane and killed himself and 80 other people trying to make the rehearsal.
It was like 100. It was almost 100, almost 150. He said almost 150 people. Yeah.
Imagine that notification. I'd be so sad, and I would also be like, What a maniac! No other way I would have expected.
Would they still put out the season up until then?
You have to,
because that wasn't even like it didn't have anything to do with it. Like,
yeah,
like
I mean, it kind of did because he wanted to get that video of
them having
conversation and stuff. Which, yeah, really was just Nathan once again making it about him.
Yeah,
and he could have just found 2 pilots that would let him record.
Yep.
But I guess he was probably worried that would maybe change
and now
the outcome because they know they're on camera. Whereas in this case, the other pilot wanted to get into film, so he was like, he would have reason to be nervous about telling me I'm doing something wrong because he wants to be on my good side.
And then now he's just a pilot that takes planes.
He just has a side hustle. That has nothing to do with the show. He just transports 737s that are empty that need to go to a different place. Like, actually does this for money.
He's just a side hustle. Oh man, I love Nathan Fielder.
He's the GOAT.
And now we have to wait a couple years for him to have another season of this show.
Yep. He's the GOAT. I don't know what he's the GOAT at, because I don't know that anyone is even comparable to what he's doing.
He's the GOAT at rehearsing.
Definitely the GOAT at rehearsing.
Yeah.
Definitely the GOAT at rehearsing.
Yeah. I've been seeing like TikToks pop up on my feed that are like a guy in an airport and his 2 pilots like very like close to each other but not talking. It's like, I'm begging you guys to say one word to each other before this flight. Please.
I've seen a couple clips that were like, Nathan Fielder is changing the world, and it's like 2 pilots talking to each other.
Okay, yeah. Someone the other is like, I'm begging them to just have one conversation.
So funny. I have the video of Tom Cruise, by the way.
Okay, yeah. This is a big movie / TV episode.
Yes. All right, let me pull that up. Tom Cruise eating popcorn like a maniac. Check this out. Look at him. Look how fast that second one was.
But he goes way down and then up. Like, is Tom Cruise a robot?
He's like doing dumbbell curls.
Yeah.
He's popcorn.
Yeah, he does his own
stunts. It's like a fist, but then he only lets like one piece go.
Yeah, he does his own stunts.
Yeah, he does. Like, what a crazy way to eat popcorn. I mean, he looks like he's having a good time. So,
yeah,
what a guy.
He
also just like, I'm a sucker for marketing. I was talking about this week. I really love when any movie or show puts any effort into their marketing.
Yeah.
The bar is so low. Effort, I'm in.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise just like stood on top of an IMAX theater for like a couple hours. He was just standing up there. Like,
wow.
He was just up there emoting for like, I don't know how long. I would assume like an hour while people were getting in line to get movie tickets. Like, he would just like move his shoulders and like adjust his cufflinks. He's like a suit. And then he'd just like do it again. Like,
that's awesome.
He's great marketing.
I love like guerrilla marketing. Is that what it would be called? Like,
I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know the definition of guerrilla
with
marketing,
like the people, the smile people.
So good. One of my favorite.
That's good. Like the
creepy people smiling the whole time, like behind home base.
Yeah,
home plate, whatever.
Severance doing theirs in Times Square. Like all of it is
Severed Floor in Times Square. Or no, in Grand Central Station.
Yeah, not Times Square. Grand Central Station.
Thunderbolts. Even they had what's his name, Sebastian Stan or whatever. He was like out changing posters to New Avengers, which we talked about that. But that effort was cool. I love that type of marketing. I'm a sucker for it.
I was going on trending on Twitter because I just was trying to figure out something to talk about.
Okay, I mean, I have some things, but
yeah, but I just wanted to check. There's a baseball player for the Red Sox whose name is Richard Fitz.
Nice.
Dick Fitz. Dick Fitz was trending.
Oh, I'm glad you said that because I was thinking about this the other day. What name has the most other names?
William.
I think it's William.
William, Willie, Will, Bill, Billy, Liam. Is that one?
Yeah, I count Liam.
Yeah,
that's 6. Find me another name that has 6.
Will with one
Richard,
L.
Yeah, Will I am. Richard it has good because Richard you get Rich, Richie, Richard.
Yeah, Dickie,
but that's still 5.
Yeah,
I can't think of another one that has 6 or more.
Christopher.
Caleb, you get Caleb, you get Lib, and Cal.
But nobody, I've never met a Caleb that goes by Cal, and I've always wanted to, but I don't know if I'm a Cal.
It would be a power move, honestly. It's a cool. Although maybe you have have you ever met a Cal and asked them what their full name was?
It's always Calvin.
It's always California.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so Cal.
Yeah, it is. It is Calvin.
Or
what about Vin? Vin Diesel? Is he a Calvin?
Yeah, is he Calvin?
Calvin Diesel.
Calvin Diesel. Yeah, that's the day we find out it's not his real name. Is Vin. Yeah. His real name's actually Diesel. But
his real name's actually ethanol free.
There's Christopher is Christopher, Topher.
Yeah, Topher's
That's
good.
really it.
Oh my gosh. His name. You'll never guess his name. Vin Diesel. You'll never guess his name.
Yeah, I know it's not Vin Diesel, but I don't know exactly what it is.
Give me a guess. Just throw something out there. I'll give you a hint. The first name is a very common, basic, white guy name.
Charles.
No. This man's name is Mark Sinclair.
Mark Sinclair?
Mark Sinclair. Goes by Vin Diesel. Look, he did a great job branding. Vin Diesel. It's harder than Mark Sinclair.
And he looks way more like a Vin than he does a Mark.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, nowhere close
what?
to
Get Mark. This. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's real name is just Dwayne Johnson.
No way.
No
way. No way.
Mark Sinclair is
crazy.
I'm going to try to describe Fast and Furious to someone, and the only actor I reference is Mark Sinclair.
Yeah,
I don't know any of the people's name. I don't know any actor's name, except that one guy, the lead, Mark Sinclair. See if I can get anyone to figure out what I'm talking about.
Who on here?
Oh, man. But yeah, William. I think William takes the crown.
Yeah. Yeah, especially if you...
Let me know. Drop a comment if you think of another one.
Yeah.
Tommy. Thomas. Tom.
That's it.
I think that's it. It's only 3. I thought it was going to be way more for some reason.
And your name is just Luke.
That's all I got.
You can't really...
That's all I got.
There's nothing else.
Call me Lucas, it would technically be wrong.
It's very wrong.
Yeah. Whereas it's like Frogs and Toads.
Yeah, Frogs and
Not
Toads.
to sound like Frank Alvarez. But it really is like Frogs and Toads because Lucas's can go by Luke.
It's like the square
Luke
rectangle.
Technically can't go by Lucas.
Like a square is a rectangle, but a rectangle is not a square. So Lucas is Luke, but Luke is not always Lucas.
Yes. Yes. Precisely.
Speaking of toads, need a hit?
Well, speaking of rehearsals, I watched a documentary this week called American Manhunt, Osama bin Laden. Great film. 3-episode, 3-part documentary. They do a bunch of reenacted CCTV footage.
Yeah.
Which is cool. They had a part in it that I couldn't help but kind of chuckle just because I've been consuming so much of the rehearsal where they were talking about, they're like, we built a replica of the home before we invaded it, and we just rehearsed over 100 times.
So
and they were like,
so Nathan Fielder's on something.
Yeah, this felt like a very Nathan Fielder move. They were like, we didn't have any detail on what the inside of the house was, so we would change the layout of the house on the inside every single day.
Mm-hmm.
Nathan would do that. We don't know what it's going to be like inside, so we're going to change it to account for all the variables. And I basically came out of watching that being like, Nathan Fielder needs to be running our military. even though he's Canadian.
No, because we know what Nathan would actually like join the terrorists, so that he could.
It would end with him being like, "I will kill Osama."
Yeah, yeah. Like he would become like a terrorist and then map out the
other side. Yeah,
so he could map out. He could map out and then somehow get back and show them exactly what it's like, even though he had the chance right there to take it.
Hire someone to stalk Osama so they could learn how he operates, so they could play him in the reenactments.
Oh man.
It was good though. There was this part which I don't know if I talk about it here or on sports, but I texted you about this. There's a part in the documentary where they talk about how they've been surveying this house that they think he might be in. They've been watching it for months, and they noticed that 2 families were living in there because the kids would leave, go to school, and come back, and yada yada. Connecting all the dots, they figured 2 families were living in it. Then they realized from overhead satellite shots, there was a 3rd family living there that never left. So they were like, we think this is him. We think we got him. But we have to confirm it before we like raid the house. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So one way that they tried to confirm it was there was this man with Osama's build that would walk back and forth in the garden every day around the same time. They said it was almost like a prisoner getting like outside time because he had to stay inside to keep cover. And they were really confident that it was him, but again, have to confirm it, have to see his face before they could move in.
Yeah.
So they were trying different things, like looking for video of him walking to try to compare it to see if he had the same little limp and stuff. And in the meantime, before they could refer to him as Osama in these satellite images, they referred to him as the Pacer, which is so funny because right now on NBA Twitter, everyone's calling Tyrese Halliburton Osama bin Laden and referring to it as the Halliban. So what are the odds that they literally were calling bin Laden the Pacer? Because in hindsight, that was absolutely him. That was pacing the garden. And they were calling him the Pacer.
Yeah.
So crazy. Also, the fact that last week on sports, I did this whole thing about WNBA and stuff, and now see how casually we just talk about how NBA Twitter is calling Tyrese Halliburton Osama bin Laden.
Yep.
It's so crazy. Oh,
was
man.
One of the guys, did they have like actual interviews with people from like the SEAL team?
Yeah.
Because one of them. My dad knows a guy who like was under like where he was in like
you said
where
some on the mic
where he was in like the facility and like the hit got called. Yeah, like the hit got called. Like they were like, "No, we're not doing him today. Like it's not perfect."
Dang, that's crazy.
Yeah, he sent me an article. I went back and found it, but
that's cool. The only people
Fat Turner.
Shout out. The only people they interviewed from the SEALs was the guy that shot him, because he's the only one, to my knowledge, that's public.
Yeah,
everyone else like has kept their identities a secret.
Yeah, like this is like an article that I'm reading about him.
He signs like Bin Laden jerseys and like 9/11 jerseys and stuff. It's crazy. Shout out to that guy. Oh man. But yeah, good documentary. I recommend.
But this dude that my dad knows is a consultant for TV shows like that has to deal with like military. So he'll like they'll like help them out. Like,
oh, that's cool.
Which is pretty cool. Yeah. That's all I had on it. But maybe I'll have to watch that.
Yeah, good documentary.
So it says on Netflix.
Yeah, it's new. It just came out on the 15th, I believe.
Yeah.
So. Oh, also another finale on my Sundays. I don't know what I'm going to do with my Sundays. The Last of Us had their season finale.
Season or series?
Season. Okay. I believe I think I saw a thing that said the writers or director or something said they need 4 seasons to portray 2 games, so it's kind of confusing. But yeah, season finale kind of was the same way the whole season has been.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, I have not caught up on. Speaking of shows that were like, in the most recent season, I watched the first episode of White Lotus and just haven't.
I told you
watched,
it does not.
Yeah,
It
like
does
the
not
first season, the first episode wasn't. Yeah,
forcing myself to watch it because if it got good, I didn't want it to get spoiled because everyone else was watching it.
Yeah,
and it just didn't really
I think the fact that I know that it doesn't get good is like why I'm out on it. But if
when they
do another season, I'll watch that. But I just won't watch.
I believe the next season is supposed to be Landlocked.
Really?
I heard Mike White said he's tired of the water theme. No more water.
It's gonna be the White Lotus, Nebraska.
Yeah. White Lotus. Well, did you see the memes that were going around when they were talking about doing? There was some talk about very large tariffs on movies filmed outside of the U.S.
Okay.
And there was a lot of people throwing around White Lotus season 4 Cleveland.
Oh no,
he's so good.
Oh no, Detroit.
Yeah, Detroit. Oh,
that'll be good. That'll be good because the first one is in Hawaii and the second one is in Venice and this one's in Thailand. So Thailand, So I mean, that would be so crazy if they did do it. They're like landlocked. Yeah, we're gonna do it in Buffalo, New York.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
There's a new bit I've been working on that I have like kind of stolen from somebody. But anytime someone says like a city, like a well-known city, you just go like, oh, like Cleveland, like Virginia, or just like a state that it's clearly not in.
Say a different state. Yeah,
say a different state.
And also, there's like not a horrible chance that does exist.
Yeah. But like
a random city in some other
you're talking
state.
about like New York City, and I'm like, oh, New York City, California?
Yeah.
It's a bad bit, but it's a fun bit.
It is a bad bit, but it's I can see it being fun.
Yeah. Because you're going to get someone who's going to be like so confused and doesn't understand. Like why would you think that someone's going to get upset.
Yeah.
And I'm here for it.
Like, oh yeah, I was in Orlando the other day. Oh yeah, in North Carolina?
Yeah. Orlando, North Carolina?
Florida. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good one. It's gonna be a fun one.
It's not, but it is.
Yeah. It'll be fun for me.
Yeah.
Especially like I'm coming up on the season where I just meet a bunch of people all the time. Be like, oh yeah, I'm from blank. Oh.
So this is gonna sound crazy. I'm so glad you said meat because I had a question that I wanted to ask you and I was about to forget about it.
And we're talking about meat?
Yeah. So I've been saying I want to get a nice local steak lately.
Oh yeah.
I had one. Max had me for a celebratory steak to celebrate my new job.
Yeah, let's go.
And he went in there and told them he wanted the 2 best ribeyes they had, and they said,
nice.
If you can wait for us to finish butchering the cow, we'll give you the 2 best ones. So they were fresh.
That's awesome.
And we were eating them, and the question dawned on me. What sounds more enticing to you? All right, I'm going to say 2 sentences.
Okay.
All right. You got to get a steak from Center Market. They make a mean steak. Option number 2. You got to get a steak from Center Market. They make a nice steak. Would you rather your steak nice or mean?
I think nice.
I think I want a mean one.
Mean implies mad cow disease.
I don't think it does. I think it implies steak. A mean.
Yeah, that's true.
The steak is
but
mean.
They don't make the mean steak. The person.
I just used them as an example.
Like,
I don't think we were.
I don't want the meat itself to be mean. I want the way it's prepared to be.
That's more so what I meant. They were a poor
like
example. But if you were like
the one, Max makes a mean steak. Yeah, Max makes a mean steak. But Center Market sold you a nice piece of meat.
Yeah, that's true. Sell me a nice piece of. I don't want someone to sell me a mean piece of meat.
No.
That feels unwanted.
Yeah.
But I think the context, was more about so and so makes a mean. Place. I would agree.
Yeah.
If you're saying so and so makes a mean steak, that's what I want.
Yeah.
I don't want. He makes a nice steak because that feels like it's okay.
Like,
he makes a nice steak.
Oh, that's cute.
I guess the tone matters too. Like, oh, he makes a nice steak.
Yeah, I want.
But even then, if you're like,
steak.
oh, he makes a meat steak.
Yeah,
that one. I want that.
Yeah,
one.
that's what I want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like you said, they sell some nice slabs of meat in there.
Yeah, that's what I want.
They got some nice meat. I don't want mean meat. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really glad you said meat, so I could ask you that.
Yeah, I think that's a good. That's good.
Good thing to end on. Let them ponder that for the week.
How was it prepared? Like, what did he just grill it?
I just showed up and ate it.
Okay, cool.
I just showed up and ate it. It was good.
Reverse sear on the grill.
I think it was
in a cast iron.
I don't know. He has this thing outside. I don't remember what it does.
Blackstone?
No.
Did he sous vide it?
Maybe.
Can
you smoke it?
Yeah.
Can you smoke a steak?
Yes.
He has a smoker.
Does he have a joker? Midnight toker?
No midnight toker.
Does he play his music?
I don't know how it was prepared.
Okay.
I kind of forgot how he said it prepared it, but it was good.
Oh, okay. I like mine with nice compound butter. Cook it in a cast iron and then use a steel pan to sear it off. Delicious. So you get a nice little crust on it.
Looking at the notes here. Maybe it's in the comments?
What?
I was trying to see where somebody asked about that.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, outdated.
Yeah, cool.
There was a time nobody asked how to run back in the day.
Run.
And by back in the day, I mean like a couple years ago.
Yeah. Who?
I feel like we used to always get frack with that.
Yeah.
Okay, but nobody asked.
Another one. Someone hit me with a what? Ever the other day, and it wrecked me. Whatever wrecked me.
Whatever.
Got me so good. Yeah. Do we want to do some spork?
Live 5. Get the sport going. All right. Just this.
Oh, I forgot we went on an all-time run last week.
It was so good.
So
12
good.
out of 13. We got our first one wrong. Anyone that didn't listen, we got our first one wrong. And then we went on a heater.
Absolute.
It was incredible.
We went bonkers.
Yeah. All right, first question.
Baby Billy's Bible bonkers.
Yeah. What television role was played by child actor Jay North for 4 seasons? Is this Thurston Howell III, Greg Brady, Dennis the Menace, or Opie Taylor?
That feels like
Greg Brady.
Is it Greg Brady? I was going to say it feels like Dennis the Menace, but...
Oh, I was just going to say it felt like...
Dennis the Menace is from Dennis the Menace. Greg Brady's from the Brady Bunch. Opie Taylor is from...
The Taylor Bunch. The Taylor Gang.
Is that... Yeah, Taylor Gang.
And Thurston Howell is from the Howler Band.
Yeah, it's a good... This is tough.
I vote Greg Brady, but I don't know.
Yeah, go with your gut. I trust you.
Dennis Menace, you were right. You were right. What is the name of Gargamel's cat in the Smurfs comics? Is this a word that I don't know how to pronounce? Archimedes?
Archimedes?
Is this Gilgamesh, Lazarus, or Azrael? I believe this is Gilgamesh.
It's Gilgamesh. Whoa! What is Gilgamesh?
Whoa! Yeah, what is Gilgamesh?
What is Gilgamesh?
How are we both so confident about that?
We were so confident.
Azrael. That's not a cat name.
Find
out who Gilgamesh is right now. Right now. Who is Gilgamesh? We have a manhunt out for Gilgamesh right now, or woman hunt. Do we have any
cartoon? I have no idea where Gilgamesh came from.
You can't find anything on Gilg?
No, not like a cartoon.
Gilgamesh. Who said it was? I mean, maybe it's not a cartoon.
I mean, how much do you know about King Uruk in ancient Mesopotamia?
What? There's no way.
There's no way.
There's not a way. I'm seeing apparently there's an anime character called Gilgamesh.
Yeah,
never watched anime.
Yeah, not gonna know that.
What?
Yeah.
There's just got to be another.
This is insane.
How did we were both like Gilgamesh? Oh, it's Gilgamesh.
Yeah.
Like it was nothing. Like I almost forgot. I almost didn't even finish reading the options. I'm like, oh well, it's Gilgamesh. Gargamel and Gilgamesh?
Gargamel? They're.
I feel like we're being gaslit right now. Is this Sporkle? What is going on? Gargamel's cat name. I'm double checking my sources here. Azrael.
Yeah, maybe we heard Gargamel and thought it was Gilgamesh was close.
Yeah, but still, I don't know. I don't know.
How did we both? We were both so confident.
So confident. No hesitation. Next question. The storming of Bastille occurred in Paris, 1789, and was one of the major events of the French Revolution. What kind of building was the Bastille? I wish we had French music. Similar to British. Is this the embassy, castle, prison / fortress, or church?
Didn't Bastille have that song about the what was there? They have a song. There's a band called Bastille that had
Gargamel, for all I know.
We were love, I can't think of it. Bastille is a
Happier.
No,
and Pompeii. Ooh,
Pompeii. That's what Pompeii was. The song I was thinking of.
Good song. Good song.
Is it the embassy?
Sure. Nope.
Yeah.
Prison / fortress. Yikes. Okay. We got NFL. We got NFL. Let's go. Automatic dub. I haven't even read it yet. Prior to the Houston Texans in 2000, I already know the answer, but I haven't even finished the question. In 2002, what was the NFL's last expansion team? Cleveland Browns, Jacksonville Jaguars, Carolina Panthers, Seattle Seahawks. Now, I will say, when I said I already knew the answer, I thought it was a different question.
Do you want me to say my guess so that you?
What if we say our guess at the same time? Like,
okay, ready? 3.
Okay,
2,
you call
1. 3, 2.
I said the wrong thing anyway. I got nervous.
I didn't even hear what you said.
Okay.
I never started to count. Like, I was about to count, and you said, and
you were like 3, and I started to say an answer. That wasn't my answer anyway.
All right, ready?
Yeah,
3, 2, 1. Jaguars.
Browns. Uh-oh.
I don't think it's
do now.
We go with the Panthers?
No, it's the Jags.
Yeah, I think you're tripping.
My gut, when I tried to cut you off at 3, was trying to say Jags. Like,
okay.
I went...
okay.
And I said it was wrong, but there's a reason for that. Somewhere in my brain, I know it's the Jags. Oh, no.
I guarantee you that... Go hover over the Jags? Most people said the Jags.
12 said Seattle. Shout out to the 12s.
Yeah, shout out to the 12s. We've gotten 0 questions right.
And what year did 0? What year did the War of 1812 end?
1812.
1812, 1815, 1814, or 1813? Listen, I don't think 1812 is a crazy answer.
It's not a crazy answer. Like, why would they have that on there if it wasn't the answer?
Why would we call it the War of 1812?
Because it only happened in 1812.
Exactly. What other war do we call it by the year that it started?
The War of 1812.
I think we call it the War of 1812 because it was.
It started and ended in 1812.
Yeah. I think we go with that.
Yeah.
Final answer. 1815. But why isn't it the War of 1812 through 1815?
Yeah.
Hold on. Please hold. Okay.
It's so loud.
It's very loud. What British television series is set in Yorkshire country estate? Is this Downton Abbey? Upstairs, downstairs, or Luther?
The only one I know is only television series I know is Downton Abbey.
Same, bro. Same. I only know Downton Abbey.
I think Downton Abbey has to be the answer.
For a long time, I assumed it was Downtown Abbey until I saw the title written out in text. Final answer.
I think it's got to be Downton Abbey.
That is correct. How ironic. Last week, the only one we got wrong was British. This week, the only one we got it right is British.
Magnificent. My God, sir.
Bonkers. We're finally on the board.
Oh, man.
All right. Before becoming vice president and later president of the United States, Joe Biden was a U.S. senator who represented what state from 1973 to 2009? Is this Maryland, Rhode Island, Connecticut, or Delaware? Now, ball knowers know that he was in Delaware when he fell off that bike.
Yeah, I think he's from.
And that's
Delaware.
because he's from Delaware.
I think he might be from. He's from Pennsylvania, but he was a senator of Delaware.
You're right. He's from Scranton.
Yeah,
I know that
Electric
because
City.
when I heard that, I was like, The Office, Electric City.
Yeah. He also there's a road.
We were correct.
Like the highway is President Biden, like Parkway or something.
Joe Biden Parkway.
Joe Biden.
That would be an awesome sign. Joe Biden Parkway.
Joe Biden.
What 1996 song was the highest charting single in the U.S. for the Spice Girls? Is this Wannabe, Say You'll Be There, Spice Up Your Life, or Two Become One?
I'm
thinking
between
Wannabe
two.
or Spice Up Your Life, which are
That's
both
the two. Those are the two that I'm
bangers.
thinking of. But we need to make two become one answer.
Do you think it's Two Become One?
I don't know. Say You'll Be There, and
You'll be there.
I think Wannabe was more of a hit.
I don't know. I think you're right. You're right. I'm Spice Up Your Life, banger. I think Wannabe was bigger. But could the year? I have no idea. They could have come out.
They could have not.
One of those came out in '96. One of them didn't. It was Wannabe.
Wanna.
Let's
if
go.
you want to be my lover.
In what year was the novel All Quiet on the Western Front published? Is this 1946, 1864, 1992, or 1929? I have never read this.
I haven't either. I think it's 1946.
Okay. $1929, folks.
Yeah.
We got to start over. And we were doing so good. And now you guys might be forced to listen to another British one. And I'm sad for you guys.
I'm so excited.
I'm excited for me.
Yeah.
The ruins of Machu Picchu can be found in what country? Is this Ecuador, Peru, Chile, or Colombia? No idea.
This is
But
Peru.
it feels like Peru.
It is Peru.
We were correct. We perused the options.
Cusco.
And Peru was correct.
Near Cusco. Which is where the Emperor's New Groove does take place.
Pull the lever, Croc. What brand of oral hormone contraceptive that is often advertised in magazines shares its name with the three-letter nickname of a Boston Red Sox Hall of Famer? Is this Ted, Yaz, Pap, or Tech? I feel like there's a Red Sox Pap. That feels familiar. Pap. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm about to record that in a little bit.
Yeah.
Yelling at sports.
Sports.
Oh, yes. Come on. Dang it. What does the DC and DC Comics stand for? Is this Detective Comics, Dark Comics, Direct Comics, or Dark Knight Comics?
There's no way it's Dark Knight Comics.
No shot.
Is it Detective Comics?
I'm thinking Detective or Dark.
I think Detective. Yeah.
Bam.
Because they probably didn't start as like superheroes, but.
Do you have any Middle Eastern music? In Middle Eastern mythology, what kind of animal is a roc,
I thought I was going to say it was a snake, but that's none of these answers.
Human, Dwayne. The options are lion, bird, horse, or cow, and the rock is spelled without a K.
I'm going to go with bird, I feel like.
Sure. Let's go. 2 down. What Scottish engineer adopted the term?
Where's the bagpipes at?
I'm just doing British now.
Yeah.
A Scottish engineer adopted the term horsepower to compare the output of steam engines to the power of draft horses. I might need to get a bagpipes one in case we ever get another Scottish one.
Yeah.
Is it James Watt, William Murdoch, Thomas Telford, or Alexander Graham Bell?
All right, so I
Recognize
think
that name.
Watt discovered the watt.
Watt? No, I think he discovered the sack.
Oh yeah, they were. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they both James? Do they both the brothers have James?
I don't think. I think JJ does.
Yeah, I think it's. Why did I not think of?
JJ's Justin James.
And TJ is
like Trent Jordan or something.
I think it's Trent Jordan. Trent Jordan sounds right. And then Derek is Jonathan.
Yeah, Trent Jordan.
And then Derek Jonathan. Derek. No, he's Derek. He's a DJ, but he didn't want to go by DJ.
DJ Watt. DJ Watt plays as a DJ.
It does. I think this was. I'm going to go with Murdoch.
Watt. After all that, it was Watt. Oh, also, I just hit a Karl Anthony Towns. After all that.
After all that.
After all that.
All that. Oh my God.
Yes. Let's go. Easy dub.
Okay, yes, easy dub. Easy. Get the
Sweet
ball rolling.
Victory is a song performed at the Bubble Bowl in the season 2 episode Band Geeks on what animated series? Is this the Powerpuff Girls, Adventure Time, SpongeBob SquarePants, or Fairly Odd Parents? SpongeBob.
Yes. We just need to see one go through the hoop.
Yeah. Ella Yelich O'Connor, known by her stage name Lord, didn't know that was her name.
Oh, I do love Lord. I should know this.
Country. I think this is New Zealand or England.
I think so. I think it's New Zealand. But New Zealand, England, Ireland, or Australia. I think it's New Zealand. I think New Zealand makes the most sense.
Where was Lord born? Jerusalem, Bethlehem. Brother. Bethlehem. I tried. I tried. Are we going New Zealand or England here?
I like New Zealand, but I'm not.
All right, New Zealand. Through it. We got it.
Lord has a new album coming out next month.
Nice. Shout out to
Miley Cyrus this month. Lord next month is gonna be.
I forgot to dive into that yet.
It's gonna be a hot Caleb summer.
What author wrote the 1982 novel The Color Purple, which was later turned into a 1985 Steven Spielberg film? Is this Alan Moore, Amy Tan, Ken Follett? I hope so. Or Alice Walker?
I don't know.
Amy Tan, Ken Follett, Alice Walker? Sounds like a threat. I have no idea.
No, I don't either.
Amy Tan.
Oh. Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed. I had no. This is going to be...
guys. It was A-Walk.
I'm getting scared.
This is the worst. This is the worst Sporkle yet.
Yeah.
What brand name completes this advertising slogan? With a name like blank, it has to be good. And I delivered that great, by the way.
With a name like blank, it's
Welch's, Stouffer's, or Smucker's. I think
Smucker's.
Welch's?
Oh.
Ooh. All right, let's hear it out. I'll do one, you do one. I'll do Welch's. With a name like Welch's, it has to be good.
With a name like Smucker's, it has to be good. I feel like that's like a...
I'm starting to think Stouffer's.
It's got a... I feel like Smucker's is a bad name. There's like saying like...
Smucker's the jelly?
Yeah. But it's
I feel like it is the jelly.
With a name like Smucker's, like it's a bad name. It's like with a name like that, it has to be good. It's like, yeah.
It was Smucker's. And we were right, by the way. We selected it. In the 1993 film Schindler's List, what actor played industrialist Oskar Schindler? Is this Ralph Fiennes, Liam Neeson, Lily, Ben Kingsley, or Liv Schreiber, HBO guy?
I don't
Hard
know.
Knocks guy.
I've never seen.
Schindler's List. This is
It's not Lily,
Schindler's
is
List. I think it's Schreiber.
it? Okay. It's
Here's
Lily?
Apparently so.
I've never seen it.
Here we go.
Whoa!
Here we go. What title is shared by a Bruce Springsteen album released in 2012 and a Miley Cyrus single released in 2013? Party in the USA, Wrecking Ball, We Can't Stop, Can't Be Tamed. I mean, I feel like Springsteen's got to have a song called Party in the USA.
Does he? Does he have an
Doesn't he have
album
that one
Party?
where he's like, Born in the USA?
Yeah, but that's Born in the USA, and that's exactly what
But maybe it's about a party. I don't know. We Can't Stop, I can see that.
I think can't. I don't think it's Wrecking Ball.
I know for a fact Miley has all these.
Yes.
Which one does Bruce have? That's the question.
Yeah.
Caleb's looking it up right now. He's cheating.
Yeah, that's what I'm
on
doing.
camera. He's looking it up right now.
Yep.
He's cheating.
No.
You think We Can't Stop or Party in the USA?
I think it's Can't Stop. We Can't Stop.
Wrecking Ball.
Wrecking Ball.
After all that, neither one was even right. Okay, which actress played the role of Cecilia Tallis in the 2007 film Atonement? Is this Keira Knightley? Shout out to Keira Knightley. The Pirates films are incredible. Anne Hathaway, Natalie Portman, or Scarlett Johansson? Johansson.
Is it? Oh,
I've never seen this, so
me either. Is it? Is it?
You go Natalie Portman just for fun.
Yeah, Natport.
Natport. Natalie's rap.
Yeah.
Kira, shouted her out.
Yeah. Yep. Key King.
That would, she will definitely see this. By the way, she watches the show. What's up? That would hurt probably because she probably feels like she's only known for the Pirates films, and I'm like, oh, Keira Knightley, Pirates films rock, and then didn't know she was in that movie.
Yeah, I almost said that because it was probably her big role after the Pirates films.
Yeah, true.
But
what 2011 movie featuring Jack Black depicts the true story of a murder in small town Texas? The Big Year, School of Rock, Saving Silverman, or Bernie? A School of Rock for sure.
Is it?
I don't know, but it feels like Bernie.
Oh, okay.
Oh, maybe like Silverman was going to go to jail and they saved him.
Yeah, that's the one. I don't.
Bernie.
Yeah, we are.
Oh man, not good.
Yeah,
they turned it off for probably after the British one. They turned it off.
Oh yeah.
They've not been watching.
But if you are listening, and you're dedicated, we are going to finish this. I know you're rooting for us.
Yes, and if you're still listening, prove it by commenting your favorite power tool.
Yeah.
What was on any platform? What was the name?
Mine's a jigsaw.
Of the
Actually, no. Mine's a bandsaw.
Bandsaw rocks. My favorite power tool would be I have this like socket wrench thing that's not quite a torque wrench, but it's like a wrench drill almost.
Well, I have a torque wrench and it's sick.
Nice.
Yeah.
What was the name of the protagonist in the original?
Guys being dudes.
Yeah, in the original Donkey Kong. Jumpman, Dodger,
Jumpman,
Rolly, or Topman? Dodger.
I think it's
because
Dodger.
he was probably dodging them barrels. And that's why he was.
Yeah, and Jumpman is Michael Jordan.
Oh, it was Michael Jordan then, evidently.
Yeah.
Jumpman. That boy
I know Topman. I don't even know what he does.
Yeah. Before St. Louis Blues center Craig McTavish retired in 1997, he held the distinction of being the last player not required to do what in the NHL?
I do know this one.
Attend practice, wear pads, meet with media, wear a helmet.
It's wear a helmet.
Yep. We know Puck. That's one thing about me and Caleb. Yeah, and we know Puck.
And we know Craig Mack.
We know Craig Mack. Agent J and Agent K are main characters of what film franchise that debuted in the 1990s? Is this Independence Day, Wild Wild West, Ghostbusters, or Men in Black?
Men in Black.
Indeed. What actress played Mary Todd in the movie Lincoln? Sally Struthers, Sally Field, Christy Alley, or Shelley Long? It's not Christy because there's no way Sally Shelley is not trying to throw us
I think it's Sally Field.
She makes great cookies, by the way.
Yeah.
Miss Fields cookies.
Yeah. Well, do you know?
You're right.
Have you seen that there's rumors about Lincoln being gay?
Yeah, I've seen them.
I mean, obviously, he did marry Todd.
And that's why you stayed. Through the British question, through all the wrong answers, you stayed for that. That's why you're here. Which East Coast U.S. state is home to the military college, the Citadel?
Oh, I know this one.
Connecticut, Virginia, Rhode Island, or South Carolina?
Do you know this one?
What is it? I
South
don't.
Carolina.
I've always
It's
assumed the
South Carolina.
Citadel was just where an evil emperor lives in like a Star Wars film.
In South Carolina.
That's correct. The island nation of Tuvalu is located in which ocean? I want to see someone from Baltimore pronounce that. That'd be awesome. The Arctic Ocean. Tuvalu.
We're going to Tuvalu for our vacation.
Tuvalu.
We're from
Baltimore.
Delco.
A really, really Baltimore accent is like almost British.
Yeah.
In a weird way.
Yeah.
Almost. I love it. I'm not making fun. I love it.
Yeah.
Arctic Ocean, Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, or Indian Ocean?
Okay, this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Pacific is the it would be dumb not to answer Pacific. But
you're supposed to give a specific answer, Caleb.
But I think it might be the Indian Ocean. I thought Pacific was too on the nose for what it should be.
We're gonna have a 2-hour episode.
Yeah.
You know what? We're not. Let me see. We're at an hour 21 before edits. We're gonna get the next 5 in a row, starting right now. What North African capital city has a name derived from Arabic, meaning the conqueror or the victorious? Is this Cairo, Rabat, Tripoli, or Khartoum?
I think is it
Khartoum. Khartoum. Khartoum.
No, I know. Is it Cairo? No.
I think it's Cairo.
Okay.
Cairo Santos. Let's go. Shout out. It was correct. What is the capital of Mexico? Capital city of Mexico. Monterrey, Mexico City, Cancun, or Tijuana? Hey, Caleb, why don't we call those NBA teams that got eliminated and ask them what they know about Cancun? Am I right?
Uh-huh.
You see the guy that told Draymond, he's like, how was Cancun? He was like, can you afford to go? So funny. Monterey, they got a guy named Jack there. I got a cheese guy named Jack there. Makes great cheese.
I think it's Mexico City.
I think so too. Yep. It is indeed.
Tijuana Flats, though. Great.
Sure.
Great.
Which city
great
is not all caps? I didn't mean to yell, but that's what the question called for. Not in the same time zone as New York City.
New York City, Virginia?
I don't know if it caught that sneeze. If it did.
It did.
Yeah, New York City, Virginia. Is this Santiago, Miami, Lima, or Bogota?
Let's see.
Do you like Lima?
Lima's Peru.
Like
I know I don't think Peru's in the same, just based on where it's at on the map. I don't think.
In Miami, are they an hour behind?
No. Miami.
Oh, right, not. Okay, I was gonna say because I'm like I think they're the same.
I think Lima.
Lima. Oh my gosh, it was Santiago. What fictional villain? We're being tortured right now.
We are.
I mean, I'm enjoying it, but we're being forced to not leave.
Yeah.
What fictional villain has 2 principal fears? The sight of his own blood, and the crocodile who pursues him. Captain Blood.
Is that Snoop Dogg's biggest op?
Yeah, Captain Blood. Captain Blood, Barbosa, Dead Pirate Roberts, already gone, or Captain Hook.
It's Captain Hook.
Shout out Robin Williams. 2 Socks is the name of the wolf companion of Lieutenant John Dunbar in what 1990 film? Was this Balto, Presumed Innocent, great, what do you call that? Limited series on Apple TV. Which actually I think is getting another season, so it's not a limited series after all that. The Hunt for Red October or Dances with Wolves, which would be a very dumb name for wolf.
I think it's Dances with Wolves. Because Balto is Balto.
I was thinking the wolf's name was Dances with Wolf. I'm like, what a dumb name.
No, two sides.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, because
I
almost got October Skies and the Hunt for Red October mixed up.
The Hunt for Red October? What are you, the Philadelphia Phillies? Which of these names a Thai currency? Dong, Kyat, Won, or Bat? I think they'd be trading Dong in Thailand. Some things.
Do they mention any kind of currency in?
Well, I don't think I did those a good enough justice. Is this Dong, Won, or yeah. I don't remember. I think they said Won. I think they mentioned Won.
Okay.
It's Bat.
We're in so much trouble.
Oh! Hold on. Start it over. What country was known as British Honduras from 1862 to 1973? Is this Trinidad and Tobago, El Salvador, Belize, or Panama?
I'm going to go with Belize because it's also a South American country like Honduras. Or is Honduras a Central America?
Bro, I believe you are correct.
And I would go with Panama if that was the case. Belize.
Was indeed Belize. Was indeed. 2-0 on British music questions this time. We might have to run it for this entire span to get them over. The word grenade is derived from the name of what fruit?
Oh, I know this, I think.
Granadilla, guava, pomegranate, or grape? No more pomegranate!
I think it's pomegranates because of the way like a grenade shatters and there's little tiny... Yep.
What U.S. state is home to Carlsbad Caverns National Park? Carlsbad Caverns National Park. California,
why would
Wyoming.
Want to go to Carlsbad Caverns?
Mexico, Arizona. Yeah, I'm more of a Carl's Jr. guy. I'm not going to Carlsbad. Also, people get stuck in caverns all the time. It's literally called Carlsbad. Imagine if a guy named Carl got stuck, like, exploring a cavern there. Like, they tried to warn you. California, Wyoming, New Mexico, Arizona. I think this feels like something they would name something in Wyoming.
Okay. I have no...
New Mexico. Founded in... What are we doing? What are we doing?
What? We don't have to do this.
Founded in 332 BC, for those of you who know so much about that year, by a Macedonian king. Macedonian king. What is the second largest city in Egypt? Is this Cairo, Alexandria, Aswan, or Luxor?
Is this a trick question? I thought Cairo was the biggest city in Egypt.
Well, it says second.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm confused, because I thought Cairo was the biggest. But is Cairo
Alexandria is in Virginia, so I don't think it's that.
I know a dude named Aswan.
Oh, we need to come together as one and get this right.
I think it's a trick question, and Cairo is the second largest city in Egypt.
Alexandria.
I'm so
literally
dumb.
in Virginia, so it's not even real. In the SNES game Chrono Trigger, what is the name of the final boss, an alien parasite that crash landed in 65 million BC? Stop with the BC questions. Is this Lavos, Flamiv, Arturo, or Carnos?
Arturo. I don't know. I'm guessing.
I was going to say Lavos.
Okay.
I would have been right. I should have went with it. What is the main ingredient in the Scottish dish Finnan Haddie? It's fennel, oatmeal, mutton, or haddock. I feel like they would eat some haddock.
Haddock. They eat fish.
Got it. We were right. Right. We knew ball. In what city would you find Texas Christian University? Let's go.
Yeah.
Is this Waco, Austin, Houston, or Fort Worth? It's Houston, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Nope. Fort Worth. What NFL running back was the fastest to score 100 touchdowns, doing so in just 89 games? This is Barry Sanders, Eric Dickerson, LaDainian Tomlinson, or Archie Griffin. I think it's LT.
I think it's LT. Watch it be Archie Griffin. Okay.
Let's go. It was LT. In the early 18th century, the Habsburg dynasty and the Bourbon dynasty fought a 13-year war for the throne of what country? Is this Turkey, Spain, Hungary, or Australia?
Where is bourbon? I guess bourbon is made in the U.S. a lot. But are you looking it up?
No. It will make sense what I'm looking up in a second. Unrelated. I promise.
I'm going to go with Hungary.
Okay. I like that. No.
Spain.
It was Spain. And if you guys somehow have still made it this far, feel free to comment your favorite industrial water fountain. Mine is the Oasis P8AC water cooler. Refrigerated drinking fountain, ADA 8 GPH Greystone. Personal favorite, simple.
Is that the one
not
that has
overdoing it?
I like the one that has the water bottle filler.
It does not. They are great. I'm just trying to keep it simple. You know what I mean? This one just has a button. 2 buttons on the front. Hear me out. You can hit it with your thumbs. You can double down, hit it with the sides.
Yeah.
They're on the sides as well. I like it.
Yeah, I like the one that can fill your water bottles. We have those at work. It's pretty cool.
Well, brother, if you like the ones that fill the water bottles, let me get you behind the wheel of a LK LZ S8 WSSK.
All right. I'm in.
All right. Comment. Don't forget to comment your favorite. Eaten during Hanukkah, the food known as sufganiyah is what type of sweet?
You like sufganiyah?
Not Jewish.
Oh,
so it's not really for me to determine.
I said I was Jewish.
Donut. Okay. Donut, biscuit, pudding, or chocolate?
Pudding. It feels like a pudding.
It's a donut. If you guys are surprised, we got it wrong. So 48 is shocking because we should be at 3.
Shocking.
The fact that we got 48% is crazy.
Yeah.
Whatever goes upon 2 legs is an enemy. It was the first of what 7 commandments followed by the characters?
I know
what?
This. I know this.
1949 novel is this? Lord of the Flies, Fahrenheit 451, Animal Farm, or Brave New World? This is Lord of the Flies.
No, it's not. It's Animal Farm.
That's what I said. Animal Farm.
Yeah.
I should edit that. Put you saying Animal Farm, like
yeah,
where I said it. What spiked medieval weapon shares its name with the largest vegetarian food producer in the United States? Claymore.
Mr. Krabs,
I know this because of you, Caleb. Yeah. Claymore, Morningstar, Quarterstaff, or Ballista. This is Morningstar.
Yeah. Have we had this question before?
No, but we've had a question about a dish and like something to do. Somehow you had told me how sometimes at work you had to have vegetarian meals and it comes from Morningstar.
Morningstar, yeah.
I don't know what the context was, but it wasn't this question. What president lived in Prairie Chapel Roan?
What?
Chapel Ranch.
Prairie Chapel Ranch.
Hosting many foreign dignitaries there during his presidency. Is this Ronald Reagan? Shout out to the ball knowers. George W. Bush, Gerald Ford, or George H.W. Bush? The Bushes would live on a ranch.
They would.
Let me tell you. Maybe H.W.?
H.W.? Yeah.
I did just see a video of George W. when I was watching the documentary, talking about how Osama can't hide and we're gonna pop a cap in him, and he looked like he was on a ranch.
Yeah, I feel like I think the Bushes would live on a branch in Texas.
On a branch?
A branch?
The Bushes would live on a branch. We've been recording too long. Good luck tomorrow. Yelling at Sports will be recorded right after this. After we've already been recording for 2 hours. Let's go W. Why not?
Yeah, okay.
Something wrong with this banana. Classic meme. Oh, it's right.
Something wrong with this banana.
What Big Ten school? Okay, lock in. What Big Ten school has played in the most Rose Bowl games? Is this Rutgers University, the team up north, University of Iowa, or Northwestern University?
I think as much as I think it's Michigan out of these teams.
It might be Michigan.
Because Rutgers, I don't think. Yeah,
it is. It is indeed Michigan. The National Council Licensure Examination, NCLEX, is a licensing exam given to people wishing to enter what profession? Optometry, dermatology, dentistry, or nursing?
This is.
What would one of these people say as a student? Like, oh, I got to take the I got to take the NCLEX. I got to take the NCLEX this week.
I think it's optometry.
Like an optometrist?
Eyes.
It's nursing. In the board game Clue, parentheses, do, close parentheses, the kitchen provides a secret passage to which other room? Is this the dining room, the study, the library, or the conservatory? Everyone knows it's the conservatory, which is why it's the study. Where did Dwayne...
Okay, lock in.
Attend school and also win an NCAA Division I championship. Should we save time and not even read the options anymore?
Yeah, University of Miami.
If we know it. This is obviously Miami. Yeah. Which group of birds comes in varieties including barn and screech?
This is an owl.
Is it owl, finch, falcon, or tern? Who? In May of 2011.
Whoa!
Crazy! What are the odds? In May of 2011, SEAL Team 6 fatally shot what former leader? Fidel Castro.
No, Osama bin Laden. Never forget John Cena.
Pacer.
John Cena.
The Pacer.
Hey,
Caleb, you want to know a fun fact? Question 53.
That's insane. That's it.
What company well known for producing Cabbage Patch Kids dolls and video game consoles was founded in 1932 as the Connecticut Leather Company? Interesting time to be like, let's make some dolls.
Yeah.
Is this Coleco, Atari, Mattel, or Hasbro? I think this is Hasbro or the C one.
I was going to say Mattel, so...
I don't associate Mattel with Cabbage Patch Kids. And it's definitely not Atari.
Yeah.
Hasbro, I associate with board games.
Yeah.
And this doesn't mention board
Colco?
games. I think it might be Colco.
Connecticut Leather Company, yes. You should have just COELE.
Ah, it's literally in the name.
Yep. Go.
Prior to a 2011 civil war and the loss of some territory, what was the largest country in Africa by area?
This is the Dominican Republic of the Congo.
Okay, I'm trying to read the answers. Okay, is this Sudan, Dr. Congo, Libya, or some...
You did that all just to get a joke off?
Somalia. Yeah. Joking off over here.
I think it's
and you believe it is Dr. Congo?
I do.
Bro, if anyone can get us into the off-brand pops and sodas game,
yeah,
I would love to fund. I don't have the money, but I would love to try to fund Dr. Congo. I would drink Dr. Congo.
I'm sipping a Dr. Pepper right now.
That would be I love Dr. P. It will be the ops if I'm the owner of Dr. Congo.
I think it's the Democratic Republic.
No. I felt so good about that.
I was so confident. I was so
we've had a chance for the fifth one multiple times, and it was kind of like I'm not sure. This one felt like this was it. We finally did it.
But I guess there is Sudan.
Apart from its coastline, Brunei is a sovereign state located completely within what other Asian country? Malaysia, Vietnam, India, or China?
Vietnam. I don't know.
Malaysia. Where was Kurt Cobain born? Aberdeen, Olympia, Seattle, Portland. Shout out to this question for not being like, before being a member of a famous band and shooting himself in the face, this person named Kurt Cobain was born in what city? Like, just ask the question. Aberdeen, Olympia, Seattle, or Portland? Is this Seattle?
I was going to say Aberdeen, but I don't know.
You were right. I should have listened. In which decade was June 14th declared National Flag Day by Act of Congress? 1920s, 1950s, 1940s, 1930s.
The 50s. After...
No, 40s. By what name is vitamin... Listen, I've read so many questions. I was about to say Vietnam B9.
Do you need me to start reading?
Is vitamin B9? It's okay. I'm just gonna lock it. Vitamin B9, also known. Niacin.
I think I know this.
Folic acid, biotin, or carotene.
I think it's biotin.
No. All right. You know what? Coaching change. It's time for you to. I'll do one more. I'll do the 60th question. Then we're doing the coaching. We're doing a substitution.
Okay.
We gotta get a new.
Hey,
vibe.
we gotta bring in the reliever. Gotta bring in the warm arm.
Yeah, that's all it is. I threw 60 pitches.
Yeah.
So, we gotta get him relief. What Academy Award-winning actress who was a regular on the Bill Engvall show made her TV debut as a Wildcat mascot on an episode of Monk in 2006? Is this Emma Stone, Nancy Travis, Amy Adams, or Jennifer Lawrence?
This feels like Amy Adams. I don't know why, but it does.
I don't think she would have made her TV debut in 2006.
Yeah. Should we go with the one we don't know? At least I don't know who Nancy Travis is.
I don't either, so that's a good point. Wrong.
J-Law.
All right.
All right.
All right, making a change. Time out. Substitute.
Should I come in like Kenny Powers?
Yeah, get your warm up going.
I'm a real.
All right, here he goes.
The world famous Neuschwanstein Castle.
They stopped doing that QB and they put Revis at corner.
And DJ Watt and JJ Watt pass rushing off
and
the
no
scene.
Stevie Johnson to save you at receiver.
The world famous Neuschwanstein Castle, which served as Walt Disney's inspiration for the Sleeping Beauty Castle, is located in which European nation? Switzerland, Slovakia, Germany, or Czechia? I think it's Germany.
I am Switzerland.
Is it Switzerland?
I do think it's Germany. No, I think it's Germany.
Oh.
I just wanted to say that.
Wow, came in.
I'm going to say something now. If we don't get it by the 2-hour mark, which is crazy, we're even entertaining that, we will give up.
No, we're not. 8-time MLB batting title winner and one of the first 5 members inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame, Honus Wagner spent most of his 21-year career playing. Whoa, wow, I struggled with that. Spent most of his 21-year career playing for which team? Pirates, Red Sox, Orioles, or Yankees? This is the Pirates.
In the picture, he's on the Pirates.
Yeah, it's the Pirates. Do you know why that card is so expensive, like sells for so much?
Because old as mess?
No, because he got it. It was a card that came in cigarette packs, and he was against cigarettes, so he got it discontinued. So, like,
nice.
It's just like a rub in the face of like Honus Wagner. Really, like we still.
It'd be like that. That's a good point. If there was a card for that lady that hates Monster Energy, and you could only get it when you finish on Monster Energy.
Yeah,
that would be a cool card.
Yeah,
the lady would flip it upside down. The Mark of the Beast. You get a card of her. That'd be sick.
What English?
Oh!
Yeah. Sorry.
Have some respect.
What English punk rock band released the 1976 single "Anarchy in the UK"? Was it the Ramones, the Kinks, the Clash, or Sex Pistols? I think it's the Ramones.
Oh, I'm known to be a huge Ramones fan in my day.
I say
Often
we go
wearing a shirt that I got from work.
We could go with the Ramones, and I would be quite well.
And
it
we
was
would be
the
wrong.
Sex Pistols.
It was the Sex Pistols, you perverts. Dang.
Listen, if this was a United States punk rock band, probably would have had that. But
bro, I literally might title this episode. I know what you're thinking. Yes, the Sporkle is long.
Sporkle kicked our butts.
They're gonna look at me like 2 hours. That Sporkle went crazy.
I can't wait because like Bradley will always text me if we like got a question that we should have got right. He'll text me and be like, "It was this, you idiot," and
he's gonna have an episode worth of notes.
Yeah.
We could literally almost cut it into its own separate trivia, yelling at trivia.
Mind you, I'm supposed to be running the trivia night at a local bar.
Yeah, we're gonna end up having YAP, Yas, and YAP. 3 Fs.
Oh man.
Anyway, go ahead.
According to the lyrics of the 1969 single "Space Oddity" by David Bowie, which he's from, is he British?
He is.
Who repeatedly attempts to contact Major Tom. Is this Cat People, Lazarus, Ground Control, or God? I think this is Ground Control.
Good song.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, I know this. I know. No.
Yeah.
What ska punk groups hits include Beer and Sell Out? Is this Less Than Jake, Save Ferris, Real Big Fish, or the Mighty Boss Tones? This is Real Big Fish. Beer and Sell Out are on my head, like heavy rotation. I love both of them. Which U.S. president is depicted on the Purple Heart Medal? Is this George Washington, Ulysses S. Grant, Abraham Lincoln, or Thomas Jefferson?
I feel like this is George W.
It would make sense. Or Ulysses.
Well, he's George W., isn't he?
He is George W. I was thinking Ulysses.
Well, Ulysses. Sounds like someone that, like, if they were the producer for Jerry After Dark and their name wasn't Ulysses, they would end up being called Ulysses. You cussy.
Ulysses. Ah, you're right.
It was George W.
We're struggling. What is the value of 4 factorial? Is this 4 with an exclamation point? 48, 4, 16, or 24? I think it's 48.
I was trying to see if George Washington truly was, like if he was George H.W. Didn't have a middle name, so loser.
I think it's 48.
Okay. Nope.
24. Huh? What actress gained popularity for her roles playing tough, independent characters in the films Cocktail, Showgirls, and Bound? Is it Gina Gersh?
I can't. Sharon Stone.
Is it Sharon Stone? All right, we'll go with Sharon Stone.
Nope. It was Gina.
I'm like so far from my computer that it's hard to read some of these.
You should know this.
I don't. What actor played Luna Lovegood in the Harry Potter movies? Ivana Lynch, Bonnie Wright, J.K. Rowling, or Emma Watson? I think I do actually think it's Ivana Lynch.
Eliminate 2 and give ourselves a 50% chance.
Ivana Lynch.
You do, don't you?
Whoa!
You would want to. Some German guy back in the day.
That's crazy. Cousin Skeeter, which ran from 1998 to 2001 and revolved around the title puppet who moved to New York City to live with human cousin Bobby, aired on what TV network? Is this Nickelodeon, FX, the CW, or Comedy Central? This feels like Comedy Central.
Title puppet who moved to New York City living. Maybe.
Feels like Comedy Central. Nickelodeon. Nope. Okay. What 1985 film based on a novel by Alice Walker was the second film to receive 11 Academy Award nominations without a win? Back to the Future, The Color Purple, The Breakfast Club, or Out of Africa. I think it's The Breakfast Club makes sense.
Color Purple.
Wasn't The Color Purple just a question? Oh, and why we should have gotten The Color Purple? If we would have known who wrote The Color Purple earlier, we would have been able to get that question right. There's got to be a record for this. In 1962, who was the first recipient of the Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award? Duke Ellington, Elvis Presley, Frank Sinatra, Bing Crosby. Was this after Elvis died? I don't know when Elvis died.
Elvis died in 1961.
Then it would make sense.
I don't know. It could be Sonati.
Duke Ellington. I don't know. I really don't know.
Bill Cosby.
See Bill Cosby?
Yeah. In what southern city?
You're just taking the ball. You're just taking the ball from me. You're just taking the ball. Like I'm on the mound.
No. I just sewed myself back in. I don't know.
In what southern city did the long bus boycott in protest of racial segregation occur following the arrest of Rosa Parks in 1955? New Orleans, Atlanta, Charlotte, or Montgomery? I think it's Montgomery.
Sure.
The Eastern, Western, and Nubian Desert are all part of what larger desert? The Great Basin Desert, Sahara Desert, Patagonian Desert, or Gobi Desert? I think it is the Sahara.
Patagonia makes like warm weather clothes.
Yeah.
And it's a desert.
I think it's the Sahara.
Mm-hmm.
I know the Gobi's actually very cold.
Gobi.
Which NASA space shuttle built to replace the Challenger made its first flight in 1992? Enterprise, Discovery, Endeavour, or Atlantis?
I think it's Discovery.
Is it Discovery? I was going to say Endeavour feels like it means like to go on.
Yeah.
It's like after the Challenger.
Let's go.
The
was right.
Andaman and Nicobar Islands, located between the Bay of Bengal and the Andaman Sea, are territories of what Asian country? Bangladesh, India, Vietnam, or South Korea? It's not South Korea. I think it's Bangladesh. India.
It was India.
What role-playing video game franchise introduced the character Cloud Strife in 1997? Ultima, Tunnels of Doom, Final Fantasy, or Dragon Quest? Final Fantasy?
I was thinking that too.
Yeah.
Yep.
What color is the material malachite?
Ooh, this one's all you.
Malachite? Yellow, red, blue, or green? I don't know.
I don't know what malachite is.
Blue? I feel like it's a cool color.
Blue would be a weird color for a material.
Yeah, green then?
Oh, a mineral.
Mineral.
So dumb. Sure. Wrong. It was green.
Drafted first overall in the 1987 NBA draft, which center was named Rookie of the Year in 1990?
Okay, so he's foreign.
Yeah. Becoming the
not
oldest
David Robinson, not Patrick
recipient of the award.
It's
Sabonis? Yeah.
Yeah, his dad. He was nice.
Yeah. David
Robinson, I didn't know I'm going to have to look into why he didn't play right away.
Did he get hurt?
That sucks. 3 years in a row?
Yeah. I mean, didn't it happen
I just figured because I'm like, it's too early for Yao Ming. Patrick Ewing's an American. David Robinson's an American. And I was just assuming the only reason they wouldn't have played was because they were overseas.
Yeah. After the Los Angeles Times, the most circulated newspaper in California is the Chronicle, based out of which city? San Diego, Oakland, Sacramento, or San Francisco? Gotta be San Francisco.
I believe so. Francisco. That's fun to say. That's correct.
What controversial female singer released her fourth studio album, Bangers, on October 8th, 2013? Lorde, Miley Cyrus, Pink, or Kesha? It's Miley Cyrus.
Listen, Miley Cyrus, there's no controversy there.
No.
No controversy.
Can we get 5 in a row correct before we get to 100? We'll find out.
No.
For a role in what 2004 film did Christian Bale lose considerable amount of weight to play an emancipated factory worker? Reign of Fire, Equilibrium,
Laurel Canyon, or The Machinist? This is The Machinist. KB made a joke about this the other day.
It is. I was gonna say shout out to Anus because that's why I know this. That sounds crazy. If you don't. It's a new untold story. James just texted me, by the way. I just watched the Eggman game sketch of Tim Robinson. Have you seen that one?
You're a star, yes. You're a superstar, yes. Oh man. I've seen them all, James. What U.S. state is home to the Magic Hat Brewing Company? Oregon, Pennsylvania, Texas, or Vermont? Why?
I was hoping you randomly knew this.
Or if that feels like Oregon.
Let's
figure
this out, right?
It feels like Oregon.
It feels like Oregon. If it was PA, we'd know about it.
Yeah. Texas. If it was Vermont, I probably would hear about it.
Texans are very proud, so we would know about that.
Yeah, they would be
wear hats.
It would be the big hat, not the magic hat.
You're right.
They don't wear magic hats; they wear cowboy hats.
Vermont doesn't exist.
I think Oregon.
Because Vermont is Canada.
Yeah.
Basically. So they wouldn't count that. It was Vermont. God dang it.
Which U.S. president was preceded and succeeded by the same man? James Monroe, Benjamin Harrison, Martin Van Buren, Andrew Jackson. This is Joe Biden, too.
Andrew Johnson.
But this is also Joe Biden.
It is. You're right.
Joe Biden.
Joe Biden.
I don't know. If you like Andrew Johnson.
This is AJ.
Benjamin Harrison. Of course.
BH.
Jim Beam's Red Stag Whiskey was the official sponsor of what rockers' 2011 Born Free concert tour? Bruce Springsteen, Kid Rock, Fred Durst, or Tom Morello? I think
This feels like Springsteen.
It feels like Springsteen.
Born in the USA?
Yeah.
Kid
Rock. What male name was the title of Amy Winehouse's debut studio album? Steve, Frank, Gary, or Jack?
It's write a whole album about somebody
Frank.
named Gary. It's crazy.
This dude's name is Gary. Frank? Is it about Frank Sinatra?
It is about Frank.
What 1963 Disney animated film was based on this is insane. Was based on a 1938 novel of the same name that was republished in 1958 as part of T.H. White's Once and the Future King series? The Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, The Sword and the Stone, Princess and the Frog. I think it's Sleeping Beauty.
Not The Princess and the Frog. It's way
Sleeping
later.
Beauty, the first. No.
I'm thinking Sleeping Beauty or Cinderella.
Yeah, or is it Sword in the Stone? Once and the Future King series.
Or are they doing all these princess ones to make you be like, it was a princess one?
No, it's Sword in the Stone. I'm going to say Sword in the Stone.
And so it's the odd one out?
Yeah, I think so.
It is indeed.
Despite his name, SpongeBob SquarePants' neighbor, Squidward, is what type of animal? A crab, a starfish, an octopus, or an anemone?
Everyone knows SpongeBob's neighbor is a starfish.
Yep. Octopus.
No, it's octopus.
Yep. Since 2010, Dean Withers has portrayed what single-named character in a commercial for the insurance company Allstate? Destruction, Havoc, Anarchy, or Mayhem? This is Mayhem.
Mayhem, yeah.
Yep.
Hold on, it's here somewhere. I took my pants to the tailor and said they didn't fit, and they said we mayhem them. That's why you guys stayed into hour 2.
We're
at 1:58 on record time.
Yep.
At 2 hours,
yeah, we're not cutting any.
When it hits 2 hours, I want you guys to comment your favorite. I want you to comment the item number or SKU number for your favorite pair of scissors.
Okay.
And say that you promise you will never run with them.
In Arthurian legend, which member of the Knights of the Round Table has a tragic love affair with King Arthur's wife and Queen Guinevere? Gawain, Lancelot, Galahad, or Tristan? I don't think.
Why do I know the name Gawain?
Gawain, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think it's Lancelot. I think it's Gawain.
Lance is
Gawain.
way too
I think it's Gawain.
Here we go, guys. This could put us out of our misery. Almost at exactly the 2-hour mark.
Yeah.
Is it Gawain? Show me Gawain. Oh, no. Freaking Lancelot. This guy's lancing everywhere.
Oh, what female singer won her third American Music Award for Artist of the Year in 2013? The most of any artist. Was this Carrie Underwood, Katy Perry, Lady Gaga, or Taylor Swift? I would have said that it was Beyonce. So,
female singer won her third American Music Award for Artist of the Year 2013.
I think that's too early for the Taylor Swift boom.
She could have got.
I think it's Carrie Underwood or Lady Gaga.
I feel like you're disrespecting Taylor. You're disrespecting Mother.
No, I think they're going to come after you. I think 2013 is too early for her big boom.
Is it too early for Lady Gaga too?
Carrie Underwood?
Carrie you?
Wow, I'm so disrespectful. I love Taylor Swift.
You guys didn't see that. You didn't see that.
Yeah.
Shorties, you
cut that. Cut that. Cut that. Cut that. Cut that.
We'll get it out. We'll get it out there. We'll get it out there. Moving on to our 91st question.
Yeah, because
we just got that one wrong about Lancelot.
Which member of the American rock band Kiss adopted the Star Child character as his on-stage persona? Paul Stanley, Ace Friendly, Gene Simmons, or Peter Criss? Is it Gene Simmons? Gene Simmons is the main.
Ace Friendly.
I said face. I said face. I put his first name as.
We are losing our minds, but we still have.
Friendly.
Sports is going to be 10 minutes.
Yeah. Yep. I think it's Gene Simmons. I want to say Gene Simmons. Gene Simmons is the front man.
But I feel like he just goes by Gene Simmons.
Yeah.
I'm not overthinking this, Gene Simmons. Paul Stanley. Okay. Also, Peter Criss in Kiss.
Yeah. Where's Peter Cross? How old was astronaut Neil Armstrong when he became the first man to walk on the moon in 1969? This is a trick question because
he never walked on the moon.
Walked on the moon. 1848. It's 38. It has to be 38. 48 and 58 are way too old.
Especially because now he would be way older than he is.
Who has won the Academy Award for Best Actress the most times with 4? Meryl Streep, Jodie Foster, Katharine Hepburn, or Ingrid Bergman? Is it Streep? It has to be Streep, right?
I'm thinking Streep or Hepburn.
I think Streep.
Hepburn.
Sorry.
Because I don't understand why people are so obsessed with her, respectfully. I just never really seen her work.
Yeah.
So it must be if she won all them awards, so it makes sense.
Yeah. According to the lyrics of the 2000 single by pop...
Oh, let's go.
Oh. This is one of my favorite songs. By the pop rock band Wheatus, I'm just a teenage blank. It's a dirtbag.
It's definitely failure, Caleb.
I'm a teenage failure. This is teenage.
I'm just a teenage failure. Sad song.
I'm just a
for reference. Caleb said it's one of his favorites. Yeah, drama queen. Caleb said it's one of his favorite songs. We were in VR the other week, and there was this room in there that was karaoke, and 20 plus people in there singing karaoke. And Caleb was like, "This is amazing. If they turn on Teenage Dirtbag, I'm gonna lose my mind." In a good way. Yeah. He was like, "I'm gonna go crazy."
Yeah.
Teenage Dirtbag it is.
What is the title of the 2013 film starring Vince Vaughn in which he fathers 533 children to a fertility clinic? The Switch, Who's Your Daddy, Paternity, or Delivery Man?
I think it's Paternity, possibly Who's Your Daddy?
Yeah, I don't know.
Delivery Man. It was Delivery Man. We were wrong.
Yeah.
I was wrong.
The soccer club Pek is from what country? Netherlands, Belgium, Denmark, or Germany? PEC. Zwally? Belgium? I don't know. Oh, whoa.
I told you it was Netherlands.
Yep. What 1991 song by Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch? Sames. We're fading. shares its title with the 1966 song by the Beach Boys. Good Vibrations, Don't Worry Baby, I Get Around, or Wouldn't It Be Nice? I think it's Good Vibrations.
I'll be honest, I didn't really trust you there. I was feeling like it was I Get Around.
Nope.
So, I would kill.
What Grand Slam tennis tournament typically concludes in early September? Wimbledon, U.S. Open, Roland Garros, or Australian Open? Well, the Roland Garros was just this weekend.
I would say I think that was recently.
It'd be Wimbledon.
Or it's Aussie, mate.
Aussie, because in early September it starts to get chilly up here, and that's when it's still nice and warm down in Aussie.
I think it might be the Aussie, mate, because the Bills owner's daughter, I feel she was competing there during the season.
I kind of like it.
Wrong.
It's wrong. It's the U.S. Open.
It was right here at home.
It was right here in the U.S. U.S. of A.
Yeah, we had the U.S. I think it was right here in the U.S. of A. That would be the U.S. Open, the greatest Open in the world.
U.S.
All these
Open.
other ones are closed.
U.S. Open.
Wimbledon's closed.
U.S. needs to be closed, if you're asking me.
Yeah. U.S. Open, no sir. No sir. I'm not watching that woke stuff. It should be closed.
Why'd you go Baby Billy?
I don't know. Ain't nobody named Baby or Uncle or Billy out here.
Which NBA team?
Changes.
It's King Jesus.
Which NBA team was named for a type of dinosaur? Obviously, the Montreal Raptors.
No, it's the Toronto Raptors. Let's get this over with.
And fun fact, it was because of Jurassic Park. Like they were basically named after.
We got question 100 right. What classic American novel follows the life of Tom Joad and his family?
Never want to say that again.
It's The Grapes of Wrath, Lord of the Flies, Catcher in the Rye, or Native Son. Is this Catcher in the Rye?
Me off.
Yeah,
nope,
Grapes of Wrath. Why are they so angry? What term that you may hear on a golf course can also mean an unified aircraft or the nickname of a classic film star? Bogey, mulligan, albatross, or lag. I think this is a bogey.
Okay. I feel like albatross sounds like a cool name for an aircraft.
It's a bird. An albatross is a bird, but I think a bogey is when we got
a bird that flies?
Yeah. But not an aircraft. I think a bogey is like we got bogey on the right.
You gotta be right.
Yeah. A bird that flies.
You were right.
A scouser.
I was just so
gassed. Get it, Luke.
We have 50% correct.
Luke.
Oh, English. Hold on.
A scouser is a slang term for a person that lives in or near what English city? Is this Cambridge, London, Coventry, or Liverpool? I think it's Liverpool.
I really hope it's Cambridge. I'm gonna start calling everyone in Easton Scousers.
Well, they would start calling you a Scouser.
Because you was in or near.
Oh. I think it's
not calling everyone in Doco a Scouser.
I think it might be Liverpool.
Is indeed. That would be cool if I could start calling everyone in Dorchester County a Scouser.
Yeah, that'd been awesome. What island nation's high concentration of active volcanoes is due to its location on the mid-Atlantic ridge? Iceland, Hawaii, New Zealand, or Greenland? Is it Hawaii?
Yeah.
Is Hawaii an island nation? The story of the play M. Butterfly by David Henry Wang. Oh, David Henry Wang.
We've recorded too long, bro. I did.
Henry.
The story of the play M. Butterfly by David Henry Wang
is entwined with with that of an opera by which Italian composer Vincenzo Bellini, Giuseppe Verdi, Cocchino Rossini, or Gianmarco Puccini. Vincenzo Bellini is the only one I know.
Puccini.
What is the most populous U.S. state capital that is not the most populous city in its state? Albany, New York, Austin, Texas, Sacramento, or Tallahassee? I think it's Austin, Texas.
I was gonna say, is this Albany? Yeah, Austin makes sense.
Or Sacramento. Okay.
Cool. It is Austin.
What video game console was released by Nintendo in 2001 as the successor to the Nintendo 64? This is the GameCube. I can't read right now.
It is. That was right.
What is the name of the youngest Teletubby on the children's TV show of the same name? Dipsy, Poe, Lala, or Tinky Winky? How am I supposed to know which one's the youngest?
I didn't know they ever had ages.
Tinky Winky.
They could all been twins for all I know.
Poe is the last one that they say. Poe.
Oh, it's probably in order.
Tinky Winky, Dipsy,
Poe.
Lala.
Shout out to Poe because listen,
the other three did nothing with their lives afterwards. Poe became a mascot for the Ravens.
Yeah, that's so true.
Looks very different. Had a lot of work done, but
pretty cool.
Poe.
Want to go Poe just because they say it last?
Yeah. Yeah,
Let's
that was big brain.
You already Poe.
The title of what classic 1993 novel is taken from the second line of the Battle Hymn of the Republic, Brave New World, Grapes of Wrath, As I Lay Dying, Catcher in the Rye. I think it's either As I Lay Dying.
Spider-Man movie.
Is it As I Lay Dying?
No, it's Captain America. It just came out.
Brave New World.
Also, maybe that's why.
Yeah, either that or As I Lay Dying. But I think it's. If we just had a question about Grapes of Wrath and this.
Oh my gosh.
Why are they obsessed with the Grapes of Wrath today?
Well, I never heard of them until now.
Atari officially discontinued the product of the Atari 2600 on January. We're about to have 2600 questions. On January 1st of what year? 2002, 1992, 1997, 1987.
02.
Oh. 02.
All the, PS2 is probably going to come out and stuff, and they're like, we are throwing it in the towel. We can't.
Yeah, we can't do
the
it.
Xbox, the first one.
Yeah.
Coming out soon.
Yeah.
1992.
Cool. According to his 1987 song, why does country singer George Strait hang his hat in Tennessee? Because all of his exes live in Texas. Like I'm George Strait.
Because all the women are 10s.
Which of the 6 inductees to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2014 was the first to release a debut studio album? Kiss, Cat Stevens, Hall & Oates, or Linda Ronstadt?
Is it Hall & Oates, bruv?
It might be.
Didn't we have a Hall & Oates question last week?
Probably. I don't know, man.
You want to go Hall & Oates?
Yeah. It's going to be... I don't even know who Cat Stevens is.
You gotta help us out.
How are we supposed to know who was in the... I'm obsessed with football. I could not tell you who was in the 2014 class of the Hall of Fame.
Or who the
Off
first...
the top of my head.
If there was like 3 quarterbacks, like who threw the first touchdown? I don't even know if I give you that answer.
It depends on who the options were.
The fantasy series Warriors, which concerns Wildcats, was written by authors using what pseudonym? Elizabeth Sinclair, Aaron Hunter, Hannah Ross, or Chris Conway. I think it's Elizabeth Sinclair. It just sounds...
I was going to say, I think this is a sign from Vin Diesel.
Yes.
By the way, that was probably an hour and a half ago.
That was so long ago.
And it was not. It was Aaron Hunter.
What is the only U.S. state that has a portion of its border formed by the St. Lawrence River? Is this Virginia, Maine, New York, or Pennsylvania?
I want to say Maine. St. Lawrence feels like a river in Canada.
No. New York.
The Empire... I almost said emperor. The Empire of Japan famously rejected a declaration of war in 1941 that was issued by what country? Tanatuvu, Estonia, Poland, or El Salvador? Tanatuvu? Tuva? Feels like...
Poland. Something was telling me to say Poland.
Which river does the city of Louisville, Kentucky sit on? The Cumberland River, the Tennessee River, Ohio River, or Mississippi River? Is the Mississippi? Or the Ohio?
Ohio. Skibbity in Ohio.
How the camel got his hump and how the leopard got his spots are two... Oh, Luke, play the music.
Why? Oh, you're right. Sorry. Delay on the music there.
How the camel got his hump and how the leopard got his spots are two of the Just So Stories in a collection written by what British author? Rudyard Kipling, J.K. Rowling, Beatrix Potter, or George Orwell? Rudyard Kipling sounds like the most British man of all time.
I think it's George Orwell, though.
Would it be George Orwell? He wrote Animal Farm, which was a very controversial book about communism.
But was it disguised as a children's book?
It might have been. J.K. Rowling wrote Harry Potter, and Beatrix Potter, I believe, is in Harry Potter. So I'm okay with George Orwell. But Rudyard sounds like a British man. It was Rudyard Kipling.
First wrong British one of the day.
What was Freddie Mercury's birth name? Farouk Bulsar, Freddie Mercury, Freddie Broussard, or Farouk Mercury? I think it's Farouk Broussard. Mm-hmm. R. Kelly's "I Believe I Can Fly" appeared on the soundtrack to what 1996
This is like your
film?
favorite guy. Like, you don't really like his music, but as a guy, like as a person, R. Kelly.
Okay, buddy.
Right.
Jerry Maguire, Twisters, Independence Day, or Space Jam?
Neither.
The answer is Dogs versus Cats.
Great movie. Great movie. I watched that at the Condon's house.
Nice pull. Shout out to the Condons.
Is it Space? No.
Twister.
Is it Space?
Twister is hilarious.
Is it Space Jam?
Yeah.
Did it play while he was stretching?
Yeah, I think it did.
I believe I can fly. During which
Twister.
war did the first submarine attack occur? World War I, Korean War, World War II, or American Revolutionary War? I think this is the American Revolutionary War, which is crazy.
Got it.
God,
Money.
Ball knower. What animal is used as the athletic nickname for the University of Colorado? Buffaloes, Huskies, Wildcats, or Bobcats?
Buffaloes. Buffaloes.
What actor best known?
By the way, for those of you who aren't watching, me and Caleb are doing this shit thing. Forearms. Wrist.
What actor best known for recently playing President Snow in the Hunger Games was born in St. John's, Canada in 1935? Jerry Orbach, Woody Allen, Charles Grodin, or Daniel Sutherland? Not Donald Sutherland. Have never watched the Hunger Games, so
me either. And with everything on the line.
Also, the fact that I have now read more questions than you, and you read 60.
I was just about to point that out. I read 60, and I was like, should we consider maybe we just give up, or do we make a switch?
No, we're going to keep going.
Now read more.
Luke, we had not.
We're doing this at work tomorrow.
Donald Sutherland?
I don't think it's Woody Allen.
I don't think it is. I think Sutherland.
So that gives us 1 in 3 chance if that's true.
Yeah. But the fact that I think it's
Sutherland,
Donald Sutherland, should it?
Born in Canada, it should be Northernland.
Yeah, true.
But maybe irony is the answer.
And Orbach sounds like someone with marbles in their mouth saying Outback, so he would be from Australia.
Yeah, it sounds like they don't even know. Like, oh, it was either Jerry or Back.
Yeah.
They're not confident.
And Orbach.
Yeah. You thinking Sutherland?
I'm thinking Sutherland.
Okay. Moment of truth.
All right, we'll talk to you next week.
We did it. Okay. Yep. That's it. That's the show. All right, everybody. That's the show.
Yeah, that's the show. Thank you for if you made it this far. If you made it this far,
comment your favorite person.
Cut of sock.
I don't know.
Oh,
your favorite cut of sock.
Yep.
Comment that right now. Goodbye. That's us.